All right, everyone. I'm just waiting for some other YouTubers to come on. Nobody on yet. It's okay. Okay, still waiting. Just testing this out on StreamYard. So, okay, still nobody on. I didn't advertise this, so I'm just trying to test it for the most part. Testing one, two. There we go. Technical difficulties. All right, everyone. I'm just waiting to see if one of my YouTuber buddies comes on. We're just testing this out. If you see this, you want to get on, jump, send me a chat. Patience is a virtue. That's for sure. Time to get me a beer. Be right back. Really convenient having a shelf with beer glasses on it. Kind of overdid it a little bit, but it did not spill. Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, handcrafted. What's up, brother?
Here I am. I had to run over from next door. Oh,
You didn't have to run.
Man, I tell you that 15 pack that I bought today, strictly for the name. Oh man, I choked down 4 of them while I was next door. Oh, they're rugged. Not in a good way. I haven't reviewed it yet. I'm going to do it tonight. I don't think that one's going to go over so well.
Uh-oh.
The video is going to be epic,
one.
though.
Oh, I'm ready for it, man. I got the one review I did, the first one. Still editing the other one. I have fun editing these things, man. It's fun.
You know what's fun about editing is I kind of got thrown. I got thrown in the deep end because I didn't know anything about editing, and my wife edited my first. Well, I may have told you my very first video, my most hated video, my first one. I paid a guy on Fiverr like $35 to edit that. The guy lived in Pakistan. He didn't even do that great a job, but it was better than I can do.
Gosh.
But then my wife did the next 4 videos, and then after that, she's like, oh, "This is too much work. You're gonna have to learn to do it yourself." And she just like threw me in the deep end. So I'm like, "I don't know how to edit. Well, what do these symbols mean? I mean, I just had to figure it out." But I think I just uploaded
this.
I just uploaded my. Well, you got the iPhone. I think doesn't it have like doesn't iMovie or something have its own editing?
Yeah, but it's not that great. I mean, it has basic stuff, but I am using, what is it called? I'll do it. I'll record on the phone, send it to my iPad. I'll do what they call AirDrop, and just drop it over to my iPad, and because it's bigger. And I'm using an app called Video Shop, and I've just got I paid for the watermarks to come off, but other than that, I haven't paid for the full version, and it works pretty decent. I mean, you've seen the videos, and plus what you did for me. So, and Matt said he might get on. I sent him a thing on Instagram. So Wayne said he just got home.
Myself here.
Wayne said he just got home. He's been working all day long and had to work on his wife's car. He said he's beat, so he's probably not going to come on. Did you see the stickers that he had made?
Who, Wayne?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
He's got these stickers made. It looks like a 6-pack. It's got Wayne's beer delivery, and he sent me the site. It was like 100 stickers for like $30 that you can make. So
I was thinking about making some stickers up and then just going and slapping them on cars at Walmart.
Please don't do it here. We'll get calls.
Oh, you know what? I got a cousin who's a cop in Nebraska, and I did a ride along with him a couple years ago. And
does he wear jeans and boots?
No, he was in uniform. But you know what? Only one call that we went to while I did the ride along was not at Walmart. Everything else was at Walmart.
Walmart. Man, there's some characters that go to Walmart, even here in where we live. So,
well, I mean, you're still doing what you do, but when we were Marines, you're kind of trained a certain way. And when I did this ride along, and this message comes over the radio that this really, really bad guy was spotted, and all units are responding and stuff, and we're responding with lights and sirens, and I'm sitting in the front seat, and I'm like, okay, where's my weapon at? Because if this dude's as bad as he says he is, I don't want to just be a ride along. I want to be able to protect myself. They wouldn't give me a weapon.
Yeah. Oh well.
They caught him, but I didn't like just sitting in the car while the action was happening right there. I'm watching it happen as I'm sitting in the car. There he is.
Yeah, I'm here. What's going on, guys?
You got your YouTube?
There we go. What?
What?
It's echoing. It's echoing now, and I'm going to say it's you, Drew.
It's probably me.
You probably
damn Canadians.
Well, I don't know what to do.
Close your YouTube.
Hold on.
He hit the wrong button.
I'm drinking this right now. I just did the 40th edition. I'm editing that one.
I don't want to show you what I'm drinking because I got to film it tonight.
Yeah,
the video's
that's cool.
Epic.
Actually, I'm probably going to do one on this one tomorrow. I got one more left.
I reviewed this one today. Saint Archer. You ever heard of Saint Archer's Gold?
I've heard of Saint Archer, but not Gold. I've never seen it. The thing about where Highlands County, we don't get a lot of craft beers. ABC is the only place, and I think if I ever retire, maybe I'll open up a store that brings in craft beers from everywhere and sell them. How about that?
I tell you what, that's gold right there. But this gold, this is a diet beer. I mean, we got to be honest.
Wow.
We got to be honest. It's a diet beer. You see, it's 95 calories, 2.6
carbs.
And they trick you because, see, this can is so skinny. I mean,
looks like a Mick Ultra can.
So this is a regular 12-ounce can, and this is how big this looks. So it's taller.
Makes you think it's bigger.
But it feels so tiny in your hand. Like, look, my finger and thumb, I can almost go all the way around this can. It's so tiny. But you know what I've discovered about a lot of those diet beers, those light beers, is this is the question I have to ask, because I know a lot of people that drink Bud Light, Busch Light, Coors Light.
Right.
I drank those beers for decades.
Oh, me too.
But when I drank those beers, I didn't just drink a beer. When you're drinking those, you're this. You're drinking like
10 or 11
beers,
if not
15,
more.
20 beers at a sitting. So is it really a light beer? Is it really a diet beer? Because by the end of the night, you've already ingested 3,000 calories.
Yeah. Why don't they make them like that with a bunch of alcohol? Now, I will say this. I'm doing the keto diet, but obviously I'm messing up a little bit when I do my beer reviews. My wife, we found Corona seltzer waters. Now, they're not beer, but they had like one carb, nothing else. All it had was one carb, and that was it. Actually, I don't even think it had any carbs, and it had a little bit of, it didn't even have a sweetness to it. It was lemon. It had lemon flavor, berry, and they were actually pretty decent. And they had a high alcohol content, like 5 or 6. But I was like, I miss drinking my beer. I'm going to drink beer. So I don't drink a bunch at one time. So, yeah, what happened to Drew?
He messaged me and he said, to be honest, I have to work tomorrow, so I was heading to bed.
I don't even know what time it is there. I mean, they should be close to what we are, aren't they?
Yeah, he's at the same time zone as we are, but I don't know what
Okay.
time he starts. He probably starts at 0:30 like I do.
Yeah, I usually wake up about 5, get ready, have a cup of coffee, take my meds. You know, I never dreamed of me saying I'm having to take meds like my mom and dad. I have to take cholesterol medicine. So that sucks. Yeah, I'm trying this out. It was pretty easy to get on. Pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, so I went through the like the growing pains when I first got on, and I had some people and there was a lot of echoing, and I'm trying to figure out, because if you go to your settings, there's a thing called echo cancellation. But to be honest, what actually causes all the echoing is if somebody has on, because see, that's how they're going to get on and find out that you're live. They're not going to go to StreamYard and find out that you're live. They're going to go to YouTube, and it's going to show that you're live.
There he is.
There he is. Oh, Matt, guess what?
What's up?
I had one of your videos pop up as a suggested video for me today, so I watched it, and I'm like, who is this guy? Because
my
it's
my non-beer stuff?
Your non-beard. Yeah, you didn't have a beard on. And I'm like, wait a minute, I think that's him. But I mean, that's his name and that's his channel and everything. Yeah, your non-beard.
I like it when he was in the Air Force. He looked like a
Oh yeah, where I had the high and tight and everything. Yeah.
Well, I don't have a high and tight by choice anymore. It's just kind of it's not so high. I just have a tight. That's all I've got.
Yeah. Well, I mean, poor Trevor's already, I mean, he's younger than me, but he keeps a bald head now because, he's got the whole receding and shit. So half the time he's bicking it. He takes it all the way down to the skin.
Yeah, I haven't taken it there yet, but I do use the number 1 and just go over the whole head with the number 1. But I should go take it all the way to this, because it's like there's one hair, and then you go over like a half an inch, and then there's another hair, and you go.
Come on.
I think
there we go.
Dave's cloned himself.
I was gonna say there was 2 Dave's TVs there for a second. Oh, you're drinking Founders, man. That's some good stuff. The porter. All right.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep. Gotcha. Yeah.
What the hell?
I got the porter. And
I'm having technical difficulties.
I got the Dirty Bastard in there too.
That's another good one. I tell you what, I have not had a bad Founders beer.
No, we haven't either. We've been impressed. I mean, in Louisiana, we don't have like a really great access to more than half of their shit because they're greedy and they keep it all in Michigan, them bastards. But yeah, because there's a lot of stuff that you can only get locally in Michigan. And we even tried to see if we could get in on some of their exclusive shit, and they were just like, nope. And we were like, damn, all right. We still love your beer, even if you're kind of not generous with it. We would have paid for it. Shit, we weren't asking for it for free.
Can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you. We could hear you before.
I couldn't hear you guys. And
that happened to me one time. I thought that my mic was muted, and when I would up it, I couldn't hear you guys, and it was a glitch or something. But yeah, we can hear you.
Cool, because I got to get a computer because this iPad is great, but I need something better.
I gotta go move my lights because I got my lights like right over there. So like this side of my face is all bright and this side's all dark.
You're gonna get a burnt face. All right, Matt, you got your dirty little freaks, so can't wait for you to review them.
Yeah. I haven't even gotten to show Trevor yet because he's out and about tonight. He might pop on here. I told him about the live stream, but if not,
cool.
Yeah. Everything was good. You packed it really good, so that was a good way. The Ziploc bags I always hear are really good for the bottle method, and
Yeah, I forgot who it was. Told me, yeah, put them in Ziploc bags, but that was the same box I got my beer drop in.
Yeah,
So
I
you
could
could
tell
put
it was
2
like
cans or a
a
bottle.
beer
So
specific. Yeah, it looked like a beer specific design
Cool.
box. That's pretty neat.
yeah, I'm glad you got them without any issues. I was a little afraid with the United States Postal Service. I know how they are sometimes. So,
Yeah. Lately, like since the pandemic, FedEx has been really bad too, and they used to be like the number one. We've gotten several FedEx packages that look like the guys were like playing like hockey and soccer with it.
some soccer with it, man. That sucks.
I mean, it was, dude, the boxes were so jacked up. Like, you couldn't say, like, oh, well, it happened. No, that looked like you sat there and, like, put
Somebody sat on it.
What was that Jim Carrey movie where he was delivering the package and he's dropping it all over and kicking it? And
Cable Guy?
I think it was Cable Guy.
I think it might have been Cable Guy because he was pretending to be the delivery driver and stuff. I think it's Cable Guy.
That's who delivers my packages.
Oh yeah. I got one of our main postal guys. He's like I'm pretty sure he's an alcoholic, but he's a real, like, he's an old guy. Like he's pushing for that. He wants that retirement from the postal service. Like,
Heck yeah.
He's putting that time in, but God, he's a cranky bastard, boy. He's crabby as shit, but I guess he's got his time in right now. So
Yeah. Man, he's like me. I got 9 more years to go. Unfortunately, the other agency I worked for didn't have state retirement, so I had to pull it all out. That sucked.
yeah,
I'd be looking at 2 years. Ugh.
yeah. This guy's easily. I would say he's probably in his like late 60s though. So he's probably
he's ready.
past time.
He's ready.
On.
Well,
Yeah.
what kills you is the insurance, the health insurance, because
Mhm.
they were supposed to pass a bill for all first responders to, as soon as you retire, you automatically qualify for Medicare. But that got shot down, so they're trying to push it through again. So keep your fingers crossed. That would be nice.
Yeah. Ooh,
Hey,
I haven't
Brian,
had one of these in a while.
sent him 2 dirty little freaks. I sent him the Big Nose, the one from Gainesville. I sent him the Highlight from Cigar City, and I did the Wibby Jibby. I gave him one of those. Look at there. My wife would love the cat.
I have the door blocked so Tiger can't come in here.
Yeah, I got my door shut because Marley, she tries to come in here when I'm trying to do my reviews, and I'm like, get out of here.
I had an epic disaster the other day. Tiger was in the bar. I mean, he's the guard cat of the bar, so I got to let him guard it, right? And I went next door to Ray's house, and when I came back, Tiger was laying on my laptop. And I'm like, get off of there, buddy. And when he got off of it, I'm like, what is going on with my screen? And my desktop, I have my icons like grouped in areas because they're all for different things. There was like 1,000 icons on my desktop. I'm like, what in the world are all these icons? He had cloned every icon I had on there 10 times because it would say,
That's funny.
Whatever is 1 up to 10. And it was like, it took me 3 hours to delete all the duplicate stuff he'd put on. I don't even know how he did it, but yeah, he's not allowed on my computer anymore.
What you drinking, Matt? I missed that when I was trying to figure out what was going on. Okay, even with my glasses on.
That's Founders
I
Porter.
see
That's
Founders
good.
Porter. Okay, I see it.
That's a good one. I wish I could tell you I was drinking something that tasted good like that, Matt, but this, I can't say what I'm drinking because I'm going to review it tonight.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so this is what happened. I went to the beer store and I bought a bunch of singles to review.
Yeah.
But then I went over to look. I wanted to get like some daily drinker stuff, and I went over. And honestly, I was looking for hams because it's so cheap, but everybody that reviews it loves it. So I wanted to try hams,
Whoa.
and I've never seen hams available as a single. So I'm like, it's $5 for a 50-pack. I'll just splurge and spend $5 for a 50-pack.
For 50.
Well, they didn't have hams, but they had this other beer. It was a 15-pack. But I got sucked in. I bought it based on the name. And it's a 15-pack, so I already got into it. And I'm telling you, I'm struggling, man. This is this is some not good stuff.
What style?
Is
It's a Czech Pils.
Ooh, okay.
I don't like.
Is
I don't
is it
like
kind of
Czech
like the
Pils.
beer that you get at the exchange that was in a white can with the black lettering that said beer on it?
I would prefer that over this. Now, let
Oh
me
my
tell you
God.
something. I know because I got beat up. I reviewed a Czech Pils before, and like some people from Czech Republic got on and totally beat me. How dare you say you don't like this beer? This is the
wow.
first. This is the first Pilsner. I said I don't care if it's the first one or the last one. I just don't like the flavor of it.
Right.
I mean,
Well, everybody's different. I mean,
yeah. Well, I mean, I've tasted good Pilsners, but as a whole, like when you're talking styles like Pilsners and, you got lagers and porters and stouts and IPAs and blondes and this, that, and the other. Just as a style, my least favorite style is a Pilsner.
right. My
It just
brother-in-law's
has
the same way. He hates them.
It's got a funky little. I mean, when you drink it, it kind of tastes like beer, but then that aftertaste that comes up the back of your throat. I mean, I compared it to earwax. I don't know what earwax tastes like, but it's just a funky flavor.
That's pretty bad.
It's not pleasing. I don't like it, and this one is loaded with that flavor. So I don't know if it's if it's a Czech hops or what it is, but it's just I don't find it pleasing, and I know that when I do this review.
You're gonna
probably
get
gonna
some
get
hate chat.
But the good thing is, this is brewed in the United States. It's a Czech style Pils, is what it is. I don't want to give away the name of it, but it's a Czech style Pils. And I'll tell you what, they nailed it. It is a Czech style Pils. It tastes exactly.
They did their job.
Yeah, they hit this on the mark. But I know a lot of people love Pilsners, and for them, that is what a beer is a Pilsner.
Yeah, I find most people either associate it either with like the standard lagering taste or the Pilsner. Like that's the two common when people associate beer, they think it's only those two things, and they don't even give the possibility of it being so much more than that.
Oh yeah, that's just like me. That's all I drank was just light beers, and O'Brien here got me hooked, man. So I'm like, I'm getting older. Let's try some new stuff.
Dude, my story's so weird. Like I said, I was always the guy like drinking mixed drinks and shit, and my friends were always able to drink beer, and I spent I get at least 2 or 3, Jack and Cokes. I'm already spending $30. Those guys.
Oh yeah,
those guys have been drinking free all night off the keg. I'm like, something's wrong with this. And every time I would try, I just couldn't get the taste for it. It was just it was terrible. And I would periodically try it every so often and try it in different forms. And ended up going bowling somewhere in Orlando when I was living in Orlando, and to this day, I still don't know what it was. I'm convinced if it was at a bowling alley, it was nothing classy. I'm more than certain. It was the way it was pulled, and I guess that's another reason why I really liked Brian's, discovery of the hard pour and the embracing of the hard pour, because I find that I do like the foam and the head attribute to the beer too. And when I first had the one that I had, like I said, still to this day don't know. It was probably like Michelob Ultra or something. It was something very bowling alley. It wasn't Bud Light though, because I still can't drink Bud Light to this day.
Weren't y'all doing the on one of your seasons where y'all were having like at the end y'all were doing shots of Bud? Wasn't that Bud Light that y'all were doing?
That was Budweiser.
Budweiser, okay.
Yeah, that was regular Bud. Yeah.
Regular Bud gives me a bad headache, man.
Man, when I was stationed in Japan for 6 months, I drank an Olympic swimming pool amount of Budweiser. So I just kind of never wanted to drink it again. But this past Super Bowl, when I redid the Bud Bowl, I just called it the big game.
Yeah,
it's Budweiser against Bud Light, and the other beer reviewer that I had was on the Budweiser team, and I was on the Bud Light team. But I also edited the video because it was a collaboration that I came up with. So he just gave me his video and I put it all together. So I ended up having to buy some Budweiser to shoot the scenes. And I said, well, I got this 12-pack of Budweiser. I can't waste it. I got to drink it. But you know what? I actually thought it was a decent beer this go round. Back in the day, I drank so much of it, I never wanted to have it again. But now that I'm older, it was decent. I mean, it was for a macro. I mean,
and I really like my understanding for the longest time up until I really started liking beer and kind of understanding the different tastes and everything. I really appreciate, which I find is rare, or at least our access to them are rare. But the reason I really like Budweiser is I really do like a rice beer. I find like a rice beer has a very interesting taste, and that's what Budweiser is, and that's why it has such an interesting taste. And I find like you don't see too many options in that department, or at least ones that are like readily available openly, like Budweiser is. And
yeah. So
I usually drink Bud Light.
Me being stationed in Japan, a lot of the Japanese beers are rice beers.
Yeah.
And
oh my God,
I did not like them back in the day. I did not like them. However, now, like I say, if I go to a Japanese restaurant or a Chinese restaurant, go in and sit down to eat, I'm ordering. I like to stay within the ethnicity of what the food I'm eating.
Same.
If I'm in a Chinese restaurant eating Chinese food,
same.
I'm ordering a Chinese beer. If it's Japanese, I'm ordering a Japanese beer. If I go to a Caribbean restaurant, I'm getting a Caribbean beer just because I like to keep my beers the same as my food,
Yep.
Nice. Yep, I'm with you.
And that's like our like one of our most successful episodes came. It's so weird. Like it's our Mexican beer episode is like our most successful episode. Like it has a ridiculous amount because we come up in somebody else's recommended that was another, like he was a beer reviewer. I don't know. I think he kind of got like shut down. I think YouTube like targeted him for whatever reason. And
that
he
sucks.
was doing a lot of dare type stuff, like like excessive drinking and things that would be deemed dangerous and stuff like that. So I think that was
that'll get you kicked.
They targeted him for that. But I think we were showing up in his recommended of one of his videos or something, but we just got this influx of like comments and videos. And let me see, I don't know if it's going to kick me out if I were to check this, but let me see. Yeah,
I had the same thing happen. I don't think that the particular video of mine is all that great. It was a Sam Adams winter pack.
Yeah.
So it's a variety pack. But that video got suggested on if anybody who searched for Sam Adams went to Sam Adams' site, my video got recommended, and I got like 3,400 views on that thing like in 2 weeks. And I'm like, why is that one on fire? That's a long video because I think there was 6 beers in that particular pack.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's a long video, and I'm like, why is it doing? But that's why it got suggested on a Sam Adams search page or something.
Yeah.
So everybody got suggested it, and a lot of people clicked on it. And I'm like, I have my videos that I think are better. They don't do so well. You can never tell, how the magic works. It's just,
And we
that
said
was
the same
weird.
thing.
Everything got brighter.
There were so many other episodes that the jokes were better. Just the overall banter was better. The little like silly shit that we put in there, like our little bits and stuff that we do, like everything was overall better. And then there was nothing. It's not that episode wasn't good and that the review wasn't good, the beer wasn't good. It was just there was nothing special about it. Like it wasn't even anything that we deemed like one of our better episodes. Like there's so many other episodes that were like, love the way that one came out. The jokes were funny. The review was good. Like we were able to have good back and forth dialogue and stuff like that. And it was just like that episode is still climbing. I don't know if it's just funny because it's like 2 white guys drinking Mexican beers and like our opinions on
You know what? when it comes to lagers, I love Mexican lagers. I'll take them
Me too.
head and
Oh,
shoulders
yeah.
above any American lager.
Oh yeah,
I had
and
the
I love a lot
Dos
of
the
Mexican
dark,
beer.
the amber one. That thing was really good at a Mexican restaurant. It was great. It was
Yeah.
Dos Equis. I think it was like the dark one or something like that. And I can't remember. It was a Dos Equis, and man, I was like, I never tried one. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, got it, and I'm like, holy crap, this thing is awesome.
They had a limited run one that I ended up getting in a Mexican beer sampler pack that they teased us with, and then they took it away, and it was never seen again. The Dos Equis Roja.
Roja, that's the red beer.
Right. And dude, when I tell you it was
Never heard of that
I love
one.
the lager. Like the lager's like my favorite. But when I tell you the Roja was just on another level and amazing, and I fell in love with it, they gave me one in the sampler pack, and then it just disappeared. And I was
man, I'd like to try that.
if you can, I think they stopped running it, and I don't know why. It was an amazing beer. It was so good. It was nothing like the amber. It was very much its own beer. It still tasted like a Dos Equis, but it was like tasty. It was so good.
Well,
Wow.
I got a couple of guys that are beer guys down in Mexico that I'm following on Instagram. I'll have to send them a message and ask them if they can get it, and if they can, I'll have to work out a beer trade with them and have them send me some.
Dude,
You know, we're sitting here talking about like certain videos that you would never dream. My intro video, I just did like an intro. It was like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes long, 106 views, and everything else is maybe 55 and under. And I didn't even have one beer in that video. It's funny as hell.
Well, my shortest video in history is going to come out on Monday, but that's my new series, TV shows that never were, that should have been. I'm excited about that. Sorry you couldn't be in that one, Matt.
And do not laugh
I hope
at me.
it's going to be as
when you
epic
see
as
it.
I thought it was when I was editing it. I mean, I just thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I was excited. I mean, I found out kind of late anyway, so I mean, it's cool. I mean, there's always next time, but I'm interested to see how everything played out in it because I don't know a whole lot. It's been kept a good secret. So
well, I'm going to do 7 shows. I'm borrowing from your playbook. I'm going to do a season. So season 1 is going to have 7 episodes.
Okay, yeah.
So instead of doing 3 beer reviews like I've been doing every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, this series is going to come out on Mondays. So I'll just do a review on Wednesday and Thursday, or Wednesday and Friday, and then this series of TV shows that never were, that should have been, is going to be on Mondays. And
nice.
The first one I did is strictly like an intro to a TV show.
Right.
But I turned. Like my wife, she saw what it was all about, and she kind of wanted to get in on it. So I said, "Listen, it's a lot of work," because I had 5 different YouTubers participate with me. So I had 5 different video clips that came in, and then I had to film some clips myself, and then I had to work with sound and vocalists and music and all this other stuff, and it was a thing to get that all together. So the show she's doing, the intro to that show, because I'm taking like existing shows and just altering it a little bit to make it a beer related show. She wants to actually do like some acting in the show, not her, but she wants me and 2 other beer reviewers. So I'll let the secret out of the bag. Dave's TV. He doesn't know it yet, but he's one of them.
Great. I have the best acting ability ever. So
yeah. Well, the funny thing is, I know what your day job is, Dave. And so in this show, I'm going to take you out of that role. I'm going to play your day job, and you're going to play a different role, because that's what acting's all about, right?
Heck yeah. Yeah, you got to take me out of my realm. Because if you notice, I have all my job stuff that's not in view, because just to keep me from getting in trouble, they're little, and I get it, but there's nothing. I make sure nothing in view that has the name of what I do. So,
well, I don't even remember what you do. I'm just
exactly.
But anyway, I told my wife, I said, if you were filming this and like, let's just say all three of us were in this episode, it's easy if we're all three in the same room.
Right.
The hard part is getting people who are in different states to film pieces, because now you have everybody's filming their own segments and they might film it a little different. Some might hold the camera low, some might hold it at eye level, some might have it high. And if you're trying to look like you're in the same place, but like you, Dave, so like let's just say you're filming it in your background, you got all this gator paraphernalia all over the wall, and then and then it cuts to me and it looks like this is what the background looks like. It's like, wait, those don't even, the walls are different colors.
I know, right?
We're not in the same room. But you know what? It's a beer channel. It's a spoof video. So it doesn't matter that you look like you're there and I look like I'm here and Matt looks there. It's okay that they look different, because even though the show is going to be filmed with serious faces and
in
not
front of a live studio audience too, of course, right?
Oh yeah, well, that's the only way to film it.
Okay, just making sure.
But so when it's put together, it's okay that it's obviously it's not real. I mean, this TV show never was.
Right.
It should have been, but it never was. So, Matt, man, if you have 5 minutes of any day that you could do the other part, it's a 3-person thing. My wife already wrote the script and everything. So
yeah, I mean, send it to me. I'll take a look at it and see. I mean, if I can get it done, sure.
All right, that's good, because it has to be a particular beer. I've already bought it. I went and bought a 4-pack of it today. So I'll let you know what it is, what it's about, and you guys. And then, well, Dave, you don't have a choice. I outrank you anyway. So
you're older than I am.
I'm telling you, Matt's the senior guy on board here. So I'm just saying that if you want to do it, I'll send you the beer to use to film with. And then it's going to be hopefully another epic show number 2 from season 1.
Okay.
I'm excited about the first one.
Give me the details. I'm down to jump in.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know the show that I'm spoofing, so you can like go to YouTube and just type that show in and watch and see what it's about a little bit. And like I say, it's a spoof. I want it to be funny, but I don't want us to laugh when we're doing the role. It's going to be like I don't know if you guys remember like Naked Gun. You remember that?
Yeah.
So that's a total comedy. But if you read the faces of the actors, they never let you know it was a comedy. They were straight-faced.
Yeah.
They would just say funny stuff, and it was just
they would say stuff, but they would own it, because the character was written to genuinely believe what they're saying, so they were saying it as if they believed it. So they didn't ever break character or nothing. Yeah, Leslie Nielsen was freaking phenomenal for that shit. Like he was a serious actor to begin with.
He was a serious actor, yeah. So
my favorite part is when Presley was up in the library and he goes, "Nice beaver," and she hands him a stuffed beaver. I was like in high school watching that.
Well, you guys might not remember, but Naked Gun, the movie, came out of Police Squad, the TV show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they did Police Squad first, and it was hilarious. Like, I mean, visually, I watched that movie and I spent so much time laughing that I would watch the movie again and notice things I missed the first time, because I was in hysterical laughter that I missed all these other things that were going on.
Yeah.
And there was that one tall cop, and he's like, "Hey, you got something on the side of your face," and he's like, "No, the other side," boop, and like half a banana would fall.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! And I remember watching that. Brian, you remember in Sebring, the 2 movie theater, the rocking chair theater, they called it, the double at Southgate. You remember that?
The original movie theater.
Yeah, the original had 2 movie theaters.
Yeah.
That's where I watched all my 80s movies. There he goes. What are we looking at now?
Dirty bastard.
Oh, I was looking at ABC, what beers they have for the fall and winter. I'm like, and that was one of them.
You want something that'll rock your socks a little bit?
Oh yeah.
This is
What's
an
the AB?
8.5.
Oh yeah. I had one like not a obviously a porter or a stout, but it was an IPA that was like 10%, and I'm like, oh dear God.
This is a Scotch style ale.
Oh wow.
Dude, that one that you did today, that Caribbean beer, that Jamaican beer,
Oh
that
my
bad boy,
gosh.
that bad boy poured up dark. I love those dark beers like that. Ooh.
Did you see that one, Brian?
I did, because you said it was was it a lager?
No, it was I was looking at ABC and I saw it and I'm like, okay.
Oh, you said it was a light beer.
Yeah, it's light.
But it had a dark color to it. And I'm like, man, that's a light beer that's got some
Dude,
substance to it. I would like that.
Yeah, and it had some
that stuff
chunks
poured
in
up
it.
like tar. I was like watching him pour it. I was like, God, that's dark.
That
like
was all the
straight-
sugar cane in it, man.
Oh my
The
God, it looked
Jamaican
like
sugar.
Guinness.
It was but it wasn't dark. I mean, and it was like drinking a amped up ginger ale. Like big time amped. Yeah, it was lighter than that. A lot lighter.
In the video, it looked dark, man.
Yeah, I promise you, when I poured it, it obviously, like ginger ale and all that, they're clear looking. But when I poured it, I was like, okay, this looks like a soda, kind of. And it foamed up like a soda, and then the head went away like that. And I drank it, and the ginger in that is strong. So my wife, she's half Asian, so I said, the ginger, is that like it's kind of like not spicy, but it's got a kick to it, like a pure ginger.
Yeah, a little bite,
It's got
like
a bite.
Mm.
And I was drinking, I'm like, oh, it's kind of like a hot sauce in there, but it didn't. It was just that ginger was so, because Jamaica is known for their ginger.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I mean, it was, and you couldn't really taste the alcohol. I had an empty stomach, but when I drank it and I finished it off after the video, I was like, whoa, holy cow, man, it's got a little bite to it. And it was only like 4.4% alcohol.
Yeah.
But it was really good. I mean, I couldn't drink a lot of them because it's really sweet. I could only drink maybe 2 of them, not because it was like powerful. It's just the sweetness in it is just overbearing.
I don't like really sweet stuff like that anymore. I don't even really like now that I like the taste of beer, I want it to taste like beer. I don't like little accents here and there on certain types of beer, but now that I know that I like the taste of these different styles of beer, I expect it to taste like that. So if it tastes too much like raspberries and strawberries and all this other shit, I'm kind of like, I feel like if I want that, I'll just drink like a daiquiri or something.
Right.
Something that's meant to be
what
fruity.
I think it really is an actual ginger soda.
Yeah.
And they put alcohol in it. If I'm not mistaken, it was like
I saw one of those at the beer store tonight. It said it was a ginger,
like root beer. I think it was like ginger beer.
Yeah. So the first time I bought a ginger beer, I thought it was actually a beer, and it wasn't. It's more like it's like a ginger ale, and then there's a ginger beer.
It's got alcohol in it.
But this one said it was a ginger beer with alcohol.
Right.
And I remember the first time I bought a ginger beer. Now, ginger as a spice is hot. So when I bought this ginger beer and I opened it, I took a sip. I thought it had been poisoned because my throat started burning and everything. I thought
that one I did
battery acid in it. But yeah, it's got a kick to it.
Yeah. Because I asked Anna, and I'm like, hun, your mom uses obviously a lot of ginger because she's from the Philippines. Is that normal? Because I haven't had pure ginger like that. And she's like, yeah, the root will knock you on your side because it's like not like super hot, but it's got that kick to
pungent.
it, you know.
It's real strong. Yeah.
Wait,
but it's great flavor.
Does Anna's mom make those? What are those things called? Those little rolled up little. What the heck are those called?
Lumpia.
Does she make lumpia?
Oh, Anna, I make lumpia, man. What you talking about?
Oh, you gotta make some lumpia when I come down there this fall, man.
Yeah,
I
she
can
showed
like
me how to roll
those.
it. Yeah, man, it's jasmine rice and lumpia and oh geez, what's the rice noodle dish they call pancetta?
Yeah,
oh my goodness. And her mom has met some Filipino friends now here where we live, and I'm coming over there, we come over there off and on. They got a pool, and there's like a bunch of little Filipino women running around, and they're like, because I call her mom Mama San, She fixes me lunch, and then all of a sudden they're out there cooking. They just pile food on your plate. They don't ask. They just, here, try this. It's like, I'm never gonna lose weight. Never.
Yeah, that was like my kryptonite when I was in the Marines. Was those Filipinas?
Yeah,
Man.
and lumpia is like that wide. I mean, you get like an egg roll from a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
That's commercial. But theirs, it's rolled, but I mean, it's kind of flat. But they're like that wide, and I mean, you eat a couple of them, and you're full.
Yeah, you do the ground beef and the oyster sauce with the carrots and peas and.
Oh yeah, I mean, you could put anything. You could put whatever in it.
Oh yeah,
and it's like
my ex-wife was half Filipino, so. Yep, I know all the secret ways to
nice.
Make rice and stuff like that. All the things that sound like silly wives' tales, but they somehow work. I don't know.
Yeah, I had one of the kids at my school that I work at. I said, "What are you eating there, buddy? Lumpia?" And he looked at me because I'm a white boy. He's like, "What do you know about that?" I said, "My wife is Filipino." And he's like, "Oh, you know lumpia?" I'm like, "Yeah, and pancit." He's like all grinning, and because I work at a middle school, man, and he's like, "Oh man, this white boy knows what I'm eating."
Dude, the food was the best part. Like outside of my daughter, obviously, the food was the best part of my marriage.
Well, this Filipino girl that I dated right after I got out of the Marine Corps when I was going to school, man, we go to the store. She'd buy. I'm gonna say it's a 50-pound bag of rice. I don't know what it was,
yeah.
but it said the big bag of rice. And I'm like, one thing that I got,
and it's jasmine rice. Jasmine.
Yeah. But see, when I was stationed in Japan for 6 months, it's like they have all different types of rice, but over there they eat white rice.
Mm-hmm.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's white rice and baked chicken. The chicken is a versatile thing. You can cook it a million different ways. It's like they cook it one way over there. And I got so sick and tired of baked chicken and white rice that I never wanted to eat it again. But I come back, I date this girl, and she's like buying these 50-pound bags of rice. And I'm like, listen, they got brown rice, yellow rice, wild rice. They got all these different kinds of rice. You don't have to buy the white rice. She's like, the white rice. Got to get the white rice. And I'm like,
jasmine only. Jasmine rice only. But I love jasmine rice. Oh man, I could eat a bucket of it.
Yeah.
But we're doing the keto diet, and I'm like, man, this keto diet's not going to work with me doing beer reviews. And I am not doing seltzer waters again, ever. Never.
Yeah, I had a commenter comment on one of our videos. Somebody, I always love when, like every video, we would always be like, hey, reach out if you're watching our shit, reach out and say, hey, what's up? Like, let us know you're watching so we can, so we're not talking to invisible people because that's only so fun, like.
Right.
And when finally people start, coming out of their shell and they're feeling comfortable with us and they're finally talking to us, like we had a guy just recently reach out and was like, I got to ask you guys, like, how do you guys not have like giant beer guts off of all like the beer you guys drink? And I was like, well, first thing, the camera does hide quite a bit.
Yeah. Not me, but I've got to get my table in.
Yeah. I mean, the other side of it is like, I don't drink, and I haven't even before like drinking beer like I do now, but I don't drink like soda and stuff. I drink either, like you were saying, those terrible seltzer waters. Somehow I'm able to do it. That and just regular water.
Yeah, I chug water because it's obviously Louisiana's like Fort. It gets freaking hot during the summertime. Yeah, and especially wearing all that gear, you got to stay hydrated. So I'm like constantly chugging water.
But
that's all I drink.
I mean, that's how I'm not as big as I could be based off of. I mean, I got a little bit of a gut. You just don't.
Plus, you haven't hit your 40s yet.
Well, I mean, I'm not far from my 40s. So
You're getting there.
I'm already shit. My generation's 30s are possibly the 40s.
The new 40s.
Oh my god, dude! Like it's nothing nice. It really ain't. But
it's funny what you like. All my YouTuber buddies comment, but you like look at all of these views and no likes, which is okay. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah.
whatever. I mean,
It's
it's all
weird
cool.
though. It is weird.
It's weird.
It's hard. It's hard to gauge people's engagement because
It is.
it's like somebody could watch your whole episode, love it, like laugh the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Learn something, whatever it ends up being, and then they don't like your shit and they don't comment. So while you got credit for the view, essentially,
Yeah.
like I didn't know that this person even existed other than their little number on the video. Like I want to know who you are. Like if you're watching my content.
Well, a lot of the
Here's
problem
the funny
is
thing.
they watch them on the TV, and it took like before Brian did his video on how to do it on the TV. I finally just clicked. I have like Xfinity, so all the apps is on the box there, and I'm like, oh, that's how you like the video. You have
I
to
just wish
hit
you
the
could comment on the TV, but
yeah,
then
you
have to-
can't.
it's like the original days of texting where you had your phone, and if you wanted to type an L, you had to hit like 7 3 times to make an L.
Well,
or something.
I link my phone to the TV, like when I'm on YouTube. That way, I can like comment on it.
There you go.
That's what I do. I just link it.
Well, you know what? And I'm guilty of this myself. I find myself, I watch videos, I just get drawn into the content, and I forget to like it. And
oh yeah, I've done that too.
I like to support my fellow beer people, so I'm subscribers to all of them. And when I'm going to catch up on the videos and I watch it and I look and I say, okay, this has been viewed 14 times, and it's got 1 like, and then I'll look down and see, well, wait, it's been commented on 7 times, and these are all YouTube people.
Yeah.
I know because these are beer guys, and I follow them. I'm like, they're committing the cardinal sin. They're YouTubers. They should know better. They'll go to the video, they'll watch it, they'll comment, but they'll forget to like.
I make it a habit
it's all
immediately.
part of the
I hit the
metric.
thumbs up button immediately. I hit it that way I don't forget, and then I'll grab my phone and link it to the TV while it's playing because I like a bigger picture, and I'm like commenting. It may not be much, but I'm commenting because I want them to get. And it's right. Some people forget to do that. Or, people get lazy like me. I get lazy sometimes and, or I'll get on my iPad and watch it and I can comment, but on the TV, you're right. You can't comment. And some people don't know you can link your phone up to the TV if you have a smart TV, or if you have like me, it's an older TV. It's not a smart TV, but I have the Xfinity box on there where I have the cable TV and all the apps that are on there that you can. And you click on YouTube and you can link it, which is pretty cool. So that's when I comment. I get on the phone and okay, Brian just did that, or Matt and Trevor, because I literally when I was off, I went through you guys' seasons and just constantly watched it and commented on it because I wanted you guys to I hammered all 4 seasons, so I binge watched.
Yeah, I was going back and watching Brian's stuff. And then I was going back and watching some of the new guys that you added to the the group chat and stuff. I like TK's content. His stuff's really good. I like their stuff. And then I started getting more into Drew's stuff as Brian mentioned him more and more. And what was Wayne's stuff?
Wayne's. He was going to get on tonight, but he'd been working all day. He said he was whipped. So
yeah.
Actually, he's got some new stickers out. They look pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Wayne
does? Yeah. He made some. Let me see if I can pull it up. He said he's going to send me one, but he said he got 100 stickers for $30.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. Both of you guys, beer for breakfast, facts for snacks, man. He's top quality. He friggin' sends you beer mail, and I'm telling you, that Canadian beer is some really, really good stuff. I'm just sad that we can't get more of it down here.
I know, man. I don't even think I've drank a Canadian.
I've never had anything Canadian.
What's a popular Canadian beer that they maybe sell in America? I think I've tried one.
Well, you can probably get Labatt Blue.
No, there's another one.
I can buy that in Publix. Right
what's
down
the
street.
name of it? I'm trying to remember the name of
Moosehead?
it. Nope.
But isn't Labatt a malt beverage though?
Well,
because that's the one with the bowl, right?
No. I don't have that can anymore, but
because I thought Labatt Blue was a malt beverage.
It's And up in Canada, they've got different levels of Labatt Blue. They got Labatt Blue. They got Labatt. Blah, 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 blah. I've had a few of these Czech Pilsners, so I'm like trying to talk through earwax here.
Words are out the window.
They got like Labatt 5.0, Labatt 5.5, Labatt 6.0, Labatt Ice. I mean, there's a million different types of it. The one that I could buy at my local Publix was just Labatt. And I was so excited that I could get a Canadian, and it said brewed in Canada, because sometimes you'll get those and they're like they license it to a brewery somewhere else. So
yeah,
that's the one I'm talking about.
Molson Canadian.
Yeah,
yeah.
I've had one of those. That's the one I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I don't think I've had anything Canadian. I don't think
They got some really good stuff up there, man. And I'll tell you what, you get on Beer for Breakfast, Facts for Snacks. He's like I say, he's
I've been killing his too, like liking it and commenting, helping him out.
Yeah,
because he's up there where he can't get a lot of stuff that we get. And, you might be tired of what you can get near you, but that's the thing. Like you're in Louisiana and Dave's in Florida and I'm in Georgia. And so we can get our local stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we can't really get a lot of stuff from other places. We can get some stuff, but it's just nice when you open up a beer mail and you open it up and it's like these are all new to you because you just can't get them,
Brian, that is in Hurghada, Egypt, Stella beer. The labels
literally from Egypt.
Yeah, literally the labels fell off the bottle when we were drinking them.
Quality stuff. That's what I like.
That was back in what, 93? Yeah. And as you can tell, all the cigarettes, and because I didn't smoke, but all my buddies smoked. Yeah. We drank a ton of Stella beer, and you talk about hangover. Oh dear God!
When I was in Japan, I could get halfway through a can of Japanese beer, and I'd have a pounding headache because I couldn't do it. Did you ever go anywhere, Matt? Did you go overseas?
I didn't. I was Air National Guard, so I was assigned as like a backup on several deployments, but I never actually deployed. All my stuff was all stateside. So
I would have never left the States if I wouldn't have volunteered for that special purpose MACTAF, Marine Air Ground Task Force.
I thought. Well, I can't say that because
I'd have been stuck in Camp Lejeune the whole time if I wouldn't have volunteered for that float.
Well, my particular MOS, I thought the Marines made everybody do everything, but when it came to deploying in my unit, if you got orders to deploy and you found somebody who wanted to take your place, no questions asked. It happened. So there were guys that had been in for 8-10 years, never left the country, because typically it's your new guys, your single guys that want to go. Yeah. They want to go. They want to see the world. Because it's tough, if you leave a wife, and especially if you're leaving kids behind for 6 months or a year, that's a tough thing. So I didn't have to volunteer. My name came up and I went. And when I found out I was going to Japan, I was like, oh man, that's the last place I wanted to go. But I'll tell you what, it was a great experience. I'm glad I went. It was expensive. Once you left the base, it was expensive. You go to McDonald's out in town, and it was like $12 for a Big Mac.
Dude, go to McDonald's in Italy, and they sell beer in McDonald's in Naples. I was like, what?
I just reviewed a beer. It's going to come out this week. Good night, buddy. I just reviewed a beer that I had on my honeymoon when I went to Paris, France. I'm a high-class guy. I know you guys can tell it. That's why I'm Brian the Beer Snob. I can't be not high class and have a name like that. But when we checked into our hotel, I noticed there was a McDonald's like down the street. So I said, man, I want my first French meal to be at McDonald's. And my wife's like, okay. So we went there and I was like, oh, I can get a beer here. So just reviewed it. It's Kronenberg 1664. If you guys have ever tried that. It's got a.
We had one viewer, but they're gone now.
Let me check my messages here because I told somebody to come.
I'm just happy to talk to my fellow YouTubers. Hey, yeah, Matt, I saw that one video you did when you had your camis on, You were talking about a pregnant girls or something like that. I was like, look at this guy, no beard, no
Yeah.
shaved
I was
head. Oh yeah,
Smoking.
I was in a hotel at that time for the I was in like the Marriott or something. I was on drill that weekend, I think.
They put you guys in the Marriott. Man, I tell you what.
dude.
They'd have
Man, I
told us to
remember-
go
I
pull
don't
up a
make the
patch of
rules.
concrete and lay on it.
Man,
I
I
don't
tell
make
you
the
what,
rules. I mean, I was in Jacksonville, so
dude, we'd go to Myrtle Beach because Camp Lejeune's like 2 hours away. I guess so. And
Does he need
we'd
to
go there,
back?
run out of money, run out. We didn't have any food,
Okay.
so we'd go to Myrtle Beach Air Force Base, show them your meal card and your ID card, and boom, you're in. And I'm like, going there, and the guys ask me, "What do you want to eat?" And I'm like, "Marine Corps, you got 2 lines, this one and that one. That's it, 2 choices." And he's like, "Tell me what you want." I'm like, "Steak and potato." He's like, "Got it, man." He's cooking it up, and then the civilians pick your trays up for you. Not in the Marines. You do everything yourself. I mean, everything except to cook the meal. So it was just, I was like, unbelievable watching all these Air Force guys on what they could do and get away with, and I'm like, wow, I joined the wrong branch.
But did you really?
No, not really. Not now. I can say that now. Nah, man, loved it.
yeah. Well, I had a former Marine drill instructor that had crossed over into the Air Force, so
Oh wow!
I got a little taste of as much Marine Corps as he could give me in the Air Force, and he was a piece of shit. He really was. All right?
Wow.
He was a monster, man. That dude. He like I didn't get to see my family the whole time. Other guys messed up. I didn't get to see my family either. Like the group punishment, like always.
Oh yeah.
And he was a hard ass, man. He really was.
Oh yeah. If he was a drill instructor, without a doubt.
Yeah, he crossed over. He went from Marine Corps. He did his time in the Marine Corps, and he crossed over and became a TI, training instructor in the Air Force. So
I got a buddy that started out in the Marines that works with me, went into the Army, and finished out in the Coast Guard Reserve and retired from the Coast Guard. And I'm like, what in the world?
there's a special life achievement, right?
I know, right? Man, I did 4 years. That's all I could handle. That's all my MOS required me to do. 4 years.
I did 5. And then got out on a medical discharge because I got bulging discs in my back. So
Ouch, that's not good.
yeah. And it took me going to a civilian doctor for them to believe me and think that I just wasn't making it up. Like, I'm not making this up.
Really?
I can't be like building like temper tents and shit within my MOS because I was like services. So I had to do stuff like, like we would run the dining halls. We were also mortuary when wartime. We were also like,
you did everything.
Lodging. We did everything.
Wow.
So, I mean, I didn't have to do the mortuary stuff, thankfully, because I never deployed, but I had to run, like, I had to go do all the same shit everybody else was doing, like Mach 4 and in training environments and all that good fun stuff. So,
yeah.
But
I got a good back guy for you, Matt.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, he freaking fused me in my lower back 2014. Man, it was a miracle cure for me. I was a debilitated cripple.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything. Now I'm like, it's a miracle cure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
That's what's
Yeah, I had to have a spinal fusion. It was a 3-level spinal fusion, but it worked.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be great to have TRICARE right now.
Well,
that's one good thing about, I guess when you're in the military, you don't really have a say-so about who your doctor is or
Yeah.
But I actually got, I had like 3 substantial lower back traumas, and the last one happened at work, and I didn't claim it as an OJI, but thank God I didn't, because, if you go the OJI route, then you go to your employer's doctor, whoever they send you to.
Yeah.
And at
Right.
least this way, I suffered for 9.5 years in debilitating pain before I had 2 kids. My wife was pregnant with my third, and she said, I cannot deal with 2 toddlers, a newborn, and you. So you need to go get fixed. And I'm like, nobody's ever got any good stories about back surgery. I mean, I Googled it. Everybody's like, no, don't get the surgery. It'll ruin you, whatever. I'm like, I'm already ruined. Basically, I was a very low functioning cripple. But I'm one of those guys who, when I had the surgery and I woke up in recovery, and the nurse asked me, how are you? And I said, oh my God, I'm cured. And she said, no. You just came out of a 5.5 hour surgery. You're still under anesthesia. You don't know what you're saying. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And I hurt. I can feel where you cut me, but it's a different kind of pain than the nerve pain I've been dealing with for 9 years. I said, that pain is gone. And honestly, I've been pain free ever since then. It was
Nice.
a miracle cure for me.
Nice.
Knock on wood. I've never had back pain. I've always had ankle problems, though. I have broke both ankles, sprained both 50 million times, and in 29 Palms, California, and doing a CAX, sprained it again on a run that we were doing in the morning. And I'm like,
you don't want back pain because you
No.
definitely you there's so much that you don't realize hurts until you have back pain and how much your back is connected to literally everything.
oh, there's a lot of nerves back there, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's
Lot
like
of
the
nerves.
surgeon explained to me is, doctors speak Latin.
Yeah.
So I just always thought that your spinal cord was like, a big fat nerve bundle that went all the way down your back, but it doesn't. Your spinal cord is big, actually about halfway down your back. And then the Latin term for it, I don't know what it is, but the English translation is horsetail, because what it is that big fat nerve bundle branches out into thousands of nerves.
Oh yeah.
So if you look at like 3 X-rays that look similar, they might have different symptoms based on which of those thousands of nerves are being affected.
Right. Yeah.
So, but like I say, when I went in there and got my my evaluation from the surgeon, he's like, "Wow, I've never seen anybody your age with a back that bad." And I'm like, "Oh God, I hope this means you can fix it." And he's like, well, tell me what you want me to do. And I said, well, you see, I got 2 kids. I got another one on the way. And what sucks is when you have a little baby, like newborn, and they don't weigh that much when they're newborn, let's just say they're 10 pounds. If I held my son when he was 10 pounds, I'd be walking sideways for a month, because just that 10 pounds
Oh my
would
gosh.
just be too much for me. And it's like, I was in such excruciating pain. It was horrible. So when it came to getting the surgery, and everybody said, don't do it because you'll ruin your life, I was like, my quality of life is already, at the bottom. It can't get any worse. So what's it going to hurt to do it? So I did it. And thank God, like I say, it was a miracle cure, because I got a bonus from my back surgery. When I played high school football, Dave, I got hit. You remember Warren, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he hit me under the face mask at practice one day, and he dislocated my jaw.
Jesus Christ.
And my jaw kind of locked open into the side. It was like, and I couldn't close my mouth, and I was like panicking, and it was Coach Weber was the coach then. I don't know if he was your coach or not, but
nah, he left.
I come running up to him and like with fear in my eyes. My eyes are this big, and my jaw's all off to the side and open. He just stuck his fingers in my mouth and went, and it, put my jaw back in socket. But ever since that moment, like I had bad TMJ, like my jaw would click. If I would yawn, sometimes I would lock open. I'd have to massage it to get it to close. Or when I wake up in the morning, I couldn't open my mouth. I'd have to massage it to open. So it was like half of my life. Half of my life, I had a bad jaw. But when I had that back surgery, that since it was back surgery, they basically, the operating table they put you on looks like a massage table. So you got that little donut hole that you put your face in.
Right.
And it was a 5.5 hour surgery. So I'm guessing that when they knocked me out and I had dead weight on my face going through this donut hole for 5.5 hours, I guess it just realign my jaw. I've never had any jaw issues since I had my back surgery.
You had like a double whammy. You got
was a
both
nice-
things fixed.
It was a nice.
Yeah, I think we lost Matt. Yep, he popped off.
I wonder if his battery died. He was looking a little. Whoa! What are you doing? Tiger's running wild in the. He's hitting my lights and everything. What's going on, buddy? I got a few more sips of it, man. I'm telling you, Dave. I wish you was here to help me drink this because this is some bad stuff.
He said his internet went out. I got home today, had a rough day at work. I was like, got in a shower, and I'm like, going to do a beer review. Not only am I going to do one, I'm going to do two.
There you go.
So I got the one post. I just got it. I will finish the other one tomorrow. But I got to get some of those beers out of that little mini fridge I got, man. That was awesome, man. My old Dean, he left it there, and nobody's using it. So I called him up, and I said, hey, do you want me to bring this fridge by? Because he doesn't live too far away from where I do. And he's like, it's not really mine. It's Sandy's, his wife, because she worked there too. And she goes, I don't want it. Tell David he can have it. And I'm like, sweet. So my wife sees me. She's like, where did you get that? I'm like, I got it for free. Relax. So I got to order the stand for it because it's just sitting on the floor. And I'm in. I mean, as long as I got my phone and iPad, I'm good for right now. I would like to have a laptop, but baby steps. It's all good.
Yeah, I didn't have this laptop when I first started, and then it was just when my wife told me I had to start editing my own stuff. I'm like, okay, well, I got to look for editing software and this, that, and the other, and I use DaVinci Resolve. So when you pull up DaVinci, the free version is outstanding. It's got tons of features. If you look at any reviews for like editing software, DaVinci Resolve is always at the top. Even the free version, it does a lot of stuff. But the thing is, it required I don't know what it. I don't speak computer. I don't know if I needed a faster processor or I needed
I don't either,
or something like that. So I bought this laptop just to do my videos on, and it's nice. Like I say, the only problem I have with this, it's an HP laptop, is, and from when I was at Barb's house and I had you on one side and my brother-in-law David on the other side, and we were talking, and like you get you guys' mouths open, but nobody could hear you guys talking because I don't know what kind of microphone this thing has on it, but apparently it only picks up directly
ahead,
right in front of it. So I guess it keeps background noise down or something. But that kind of sucks when you got three people sitting here, and only if you want to hear this person, I gotta lean over here, and this person gotta lean over and talk, and this lean over, it's kind of crazy. But
yeah, Matt told me there's a program. He said if I ever get a computer, it's called Hit Film Express. They have a free version, and then you can buy the whole program. But he said it's got a ton of free stuff on it that you don't even have to buy it. So there's all kinds of editing things. But like I said, right now I'm just using the app, and it doesn't do too bad for what I'm doing right now. So
yeah, so like, does that come with like your like and subscribe little buttons that you put on
the
screen?
They're gifts. They're just like little gifts. You punch in what you want. Like they got stickers that some of the stickers move, but it's a sticker button, and it brings up gifts, and you just punch in what you want, and it brings up the like and subscribe, or you can do it all at one time. They have different ones.
Yeah, because I don't remember what the video was I was watching, but you said like, and then the like thing, and then you said subscribe, and then it popped up over here, and I'm like,
seen
he's an editing genius already.
I saw a YouTuber do that. I'm like, maybe I can do that, and you can move it around. You can like crop it, make it bigger or smaller, whatever you want. It's just I was just tinkering with it, and I'm like, I just searched for, or I put in my i app thing. You just put in video editing, and that was the first one that came up, and it had 4.5 stars on it. So I'm like, let me try it. And the only thing I paid for was to get the watermarks off the video.
Yeah.
Because when I did the first one on my iPad, I noticed it had a watermark on it, and I'd already posted it, and I was like, oh man, I forgot to. So when I hit buy watermark, it goes, you've already bought this, and it just took it off. Because I did it. I originally did it on my phone. The first couple of videos I did on my phone when I did the app. So it's amazing what you can do with a phone. It's crazy.
On your editor, does it give you like any sound options? Can you like can you edit the sound as far as like increase or decrease, or like let's say you had a fan blowing? Like I did that once. I filmed a video. I had a fan blowing. So when I was editing it, I'm like, what is that loud buzzing noise? Oh man, I left my fan on. So how do I get rid of the fan noise? So I had to Google, YouTube search, how do you get rid of fan noise? And it taught me how to go into my editor and do this setting. And then magically the fan noise was gone, and it didn't affect the volume of the voices or anything.
There's a volume where I can crank up the volume on my voice. Now, I don't know. I can, if you've noticed some of my videos, I got that background music in the back, like real low, just to kind of drown out some of the, because this is a bedroom and it echoes, so you can hear my wife.
Yeah, that's not a bedroom. That's a man cave.
Well, converted into my man cave.
Okay.
And it'd probably help if I had a carpet in here, like a big gator carpet or something, but like my wife's going to kill me, wanting to buy all this stuff because she's already, oh my God.
She's an LSU fan?
No, she's a Gator fan.
Oh, wait,
she's
what?
Like, she's killing me about.
I thought opposites attracted. Well, what's with the same attraction?
Oh, yeah, she's a Gator fan. Big time. She's with me. We'll see how they do. They should do decent this year again. Dan Mullen always finds a way to win. So he just couldn't pull that last LSU game off. We probably should have won that one, but like Alabama, they beat us, 52-46?
That was an impressive showing.
It was. And then we play Oklahoma in a bowl game, and everybody leaves for the NFL except for Kyle Trask, and he's not used to throwing to all these, backup receivers they're good receivers, are just waiting their time, to show out. And he's not, their time is not down. So you can't blame it all on him. I mean, they pulled him and put Emory Jones, who's going to be our starting quarterback. So he's done time with those guys. So he's probably going to be really good this year. We'll see. I mean, it is what it is. You going to do your bowl thing this year?
We didn't do it. We didn't do it last year because it was the whole bowl situation was messed up with COVID and everything. So hopefully everything's back to normal this year because I need to win.
I know. I start out great, and then all of a sudden these teams that I don't know, I'm like, I guess because you don't know, and I'll see what their record is or whatever, and it's like,
well, I can tell you, it's never the people who overthink it that win. My
it's like your son. He picked a bunch of them. He won that one year.
Oh,
so it's like,
and I'm honest. I don't ever pick for them. I mean, when they were like not even a year old, I would just say, whatever two teams. I'd say like, okay, Florida Gators, LSU Tigers, and I would just Florida Gators, LSU Tigers, and then whichever hand he looked at first, that's the one that I wrote down for.
Right.
And I think Talon won it. It was a few years ago. I think he actually won the whole thing. But historically, throughout that contest, because we've been doing that contest for 30 years, I don't know. Contest. It's been a long time. Because it started out, it was in the News Sun. It was in the paper, and they do the high school coaches. So you had Avon Park's head coach, Sebring's head coach, and Lake Placid's head coach. They did their picks for the bowls, and then you could enter the contest by, picking your picks. And I think I won it it was either 2000 or 2001. I won the whole contest in the county. I won the whole contest. So when the guy called me, from the newspaper, and he said, okay, you won. So you get dinner for two at any restaurant in Highlands County, and we'll pay for it. And I said, oh, that's great. And he said, okay, so where do you want me to send your stuff to? And I said, well, I live up in Georgia. And he's like, oh, well, the prize package is just dinner for two. We don't have there's no airfare or anything like that. And I said, don't worry about it. I said, I'll be there. He says, you're going to come down from Atlanta to collect a free dinner for two? And I said, absolutely.
Heck yeah.
And I did.
Awesome.
So, it's just good fun. I mean, the people historically who've won the contest don't know anything about football. I mean, a lot of times it's females who get in on the first year and they don't even know. They're just, okay, I'll take this team, that team. They're judged by helmet decals or their favorite colors or nothing that should matter.
Right.
And that's what they pick on. And they typically do a lot better than the people who like watch it and know. Like my nephew, he's an overanalyzer. He waits, and a lot of times he forfeits the very first game because he's studying injury reports and this, that, and
Yeah, I
the other.
don't do all that.
Yeah,
I look at their record and who they
you
played.
don't really do. Now it makes it easy when it comes time to pick two teams. It basically gives you their record. So if they're like 7-3 or 6-4, it tells you that, so you can kind of look at it and you kind of make a decision. Or it'll tell you who are most of the people picking. Not that has any bearing on how they're going to play, because, on any given Sunday, any team can beat any other team.
Right.
But it's fun to watch it. And then especially, because if you look and everybody picks the same teams, there's not a lot of movement goes on in the contest.
Right.
It's when there's upsets. And it's like, oh, look at these idiots. They picked this team. There's no way they're going to beat Alabama. And then all of a sudden they beat Alabama. So boom, all these people moved up because everybody else picked Alabama.
It's the little teams that you're like the teams that you don't really hear about a lot. And you're like, they're two teams, like not saying no name teams, but you just don't hear of them. Yeah. Like in Florida, you only hear of the SEC and maybe the ACC. And that's it, because that's all that's here. And you pick those teams, and you're like, okay, like Utah. I don't ever watch them. So I look at their record, and I'm just like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. There you go. I mean, but that last time I did it, I was getting close, man. I was like, okay, I've only lost one game. And then, boom, I lost another one. Okay, that's not bad. I'm like 10-2 right now or whatever. And I'm like, then all of a sudden, towards the end, I just lost every game. I was like, what the heck? But
it's cheap entertainment, because like I say, especially when there's, 5 or 6 games in a day.
Oh yeah.
A lot of movement can happen with 5 or 6 games, and especially if people are picking, different teams. So there's a lot of movement.
And what's neat about that, I'm usually off that during Christmas for like 2.5 weeks. So I get to watch a lot of them games and see who wins it actually, instead of looking on because I would refresh it every time on a game that I'm watching. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I won. That little green check goes up there. And then all of a sudden I had a bunch of X's, and I'm like, yeah, I just lost. So that's whatever. But, we got one person watching us.
Who is here?
I don't know how to look. I guess I could get on my phone and look, but on this streamer app.
Yeah, I wish it would kind of like say, because like off to the side, you got the private chat. So the private chat is just the people who are on the screen can talk to each other, and the people watching can't see it. But then you got comments, which that's what everybody that's like watching can comment, and you can read that. And
yeah, it just shows one viewer, but I mean, I don't know
it's who. Logan Morrow. What's up, Logan?
Oh, that's my son's friend. He is subscribed to my channel, I think. He better have, or I'm going to kick his butt.
Well, he must be subscribed because he found you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
The question is he subscribed to my channel?
Yeah, I always say, hey. Like the people where I work, I'm like, hey, a lot of them, subscribe to my channel. I'm like, also check out Brian the Beer Snob and check out this one too. And
I tell you what, Dave, when I get down there this fall, we'll have to do a live from those breweries that you talked about.
I am almost positive. I know Herb, who owns Turn 2 in Sebring. His daughter is friends with my son, and she's she tends at the bar there. So, and they haven't. I mean, it's a neat little. It's actually a bigger brewery than Wet Dog. Wet Dogs is little, but it's a quaint brewery. I mean, it's just I enjoy it because it's not crowded. It's not, but the turn two is like more open,
Yeah.
and it has all his, the vacs in there and everything where they make the beer. So it's kind of neat. And they have live entertainment there a lot. They have food trucks that come in, so you can get something to eat. Because he said, I'm not going to get into the food thing. That's just a whole nother animal. He said it's a lot hard. Try to run both things at one time is hard. He
Oh,
said,
yeah. Food trucks are nice because then they got options, and it's something you don't have to worry about.
typing him now. What's up, bud?
Yeah. So see, now that you've got I assume that you're doing this on your iPad.
Mm-hmm.
See, so we go to the brewery. You could have your iPad. I'll just have my phone. I'll do it from my phone. We'll be at the same place, but we'll be like split screen like this. Because I was going to say I would take my laptop, but that's going to suck because, like I say, the microphone on it is so directional that if anybody's off to the side, nobody's going to hear it. And it's just big. I can just use my phone. And
yeah, because I figured maybe we can get Herb to sit in with us and tell us, kind of what inspired him to come up, have a brewery in Sebring. Same thing with Mike, the owner
that's
at
a good
Wet
idea
Dogs.
because I just watched. There's a lady. What is her site called? She's something with beer, but she's also crafts. So she when she's filming, she's got like a split screen like we got here, and she's got like her beer glass, and she's doing some crafting or something.
Right.
And then she's drinking while she's doing her crafting. But she went and did a kind of like a thing at a brewery, and she talked to like the bartender, and then the owner came out and she talked to him and asked him questions about that, about starting up and everything. So that's cool.
Yeah, and the Wet Dogs down Lake Placid, there's a craft food place right next door to it, but they're usually open like for breakfast through maybe early afternoon, like 2 o'clock or something like that. Sometimes they stay open later to co-join with Wet Dogs, so people can grab a bite to eat, take it because they have like table. Like you remember how the old Journal was, right?
Yeah.
Basically, they took that building and sectioned it off into 3 different sections. So the first section is like a boutique. Then the second one is the craft food place, and then the brewery. And it's like outdoor. They've got how the new thing is with the lights that hang. It's got the light bulbs with the string of them, and they crisscross them or whatnot. And they got the little tables out there, and it's not bad on a cool night. Obviously, on a summer night it's a little hot, but he does like there's always a band there playing, or they have trivia one night. So and Turn Two does the same. So I like both of them. It's just more convenient to go to one in Sebring because it's like right here. So, but I did a flight from Turn Two, and I got hooked on the IPA. It's pretty bitter, but I mean, I like IPAs. It's a double IPA, and it's their brand. It's Turn Two Double IPA, but he's got like brown ales, wheat ale. He's got all kind of stuff, and then they bring the neat thing about a brewery. They bring other brewery beers into the brewery also.
Nice. So, give me 1 minute. My back teeth are floating. It's about to squirt out my ears.
Go for it, brother. That
All
was
right.
quick.
I started going 5 minutes before I went in there, so by the time I got in there, it was already to come out. So
That's awesome. So where you at? Your bar?
I am.
You're on the other side.
I'm on the other side.
Gotcha. Now is that your base? You have a basement there?
I do.
Oh man, I wish Florida had basements, man. But the water table here is a little. As soon as you dig dirt, boom, there it is.
Yeah. Yeah. When we moved into this house, I was kind of overlooking for a house because I wasn't finding what I wanted. And then my wife said, somebody's coming over. We're going to take a ride somewhere. I'm like, what are you talking about? Where are we going? Who's coming over? Well, it was a realtor. She was working behind my back. So she took me to this one house. We went and looked at it, and I really liked it, but I thought it was overpriced. So I told the realtor, I said, "We'll make them an offer of this." And when she did, the people didn't even counter; they just flat out turned it down. And I said, "Well, you know what? You don't even want to negotiate. I'm done with this house." So we left, and then she brought me over here, and I wasn't really impressed with the yard because I had half an acre at my old house, and it was flat, and there was like one tree on my property. It was like my kids could play on it. It was good. But when we came to this house, it's like 0.34 acres. So it's like a third of an acre. And the front yard was so steep, it was unusable.
Wow.
But I liked the house. And I did like that it had a pool.
That's always nice.
So, it was priced right, but yet we lowballed them on our offer, and they didn't even negotiate with us. They accepted our offer. So I was like, woo.
Wow.
So that was good. And then I was like, this house would be perfect if it only had a basement. I think my wife said that. She said, this would be a perfect house if it only had a basement. And the realtor said, well, it does have a basement according to this paper. So we went in, and as soon as we came down and I saw the bar was existing, the previous owners built this bar in here. And I'm like, sold, sold, write it up, draw it up, cut the check. I want it.
Heck yeah.
I tried to move this bar because I didn't think it was in like the best location. This bar is like made out of 1,000-pound a square inch oak or something. I mean, me and my wife tried to move it. It's so heavy that we gave up on that and just left it where it was.
Right.
But
our goal is to, and we have an acre lot.
Nice.
And Anna's had this house. I mean, when she was previously married, and she got the house, and but she has. Her back porch is built onto the house. You know how like some houses they poured a slab and built an aluminum porch. Well, hers it's built onto the house, so it's all concrete with the porch being screened in part of it. But it's all so if we ever want to make it a Florida room, like enclose it and put or not enclose it, but put windows in it. They made it to where you can bring the ductwork over and put AC vents.
Nice.
So what we're wanting to do, what I got a plan to do is on the one corner of where my man cave's located, go over with a wall down and go across and go up just before the window of our bedroom. And we got a water faucet there. We're wanting to brick pave it all. And I'm wanting to have an outside kitchen/bar put in. And an outdoor shower because I'm always like stripping down outside and rinsing off, getting all the dirt off me before I go take a shower. And she goes, well, you might as well just have a shower like during the summer. It's refreshing to get the cold water on you.
Oh,
so I got an idea. I've been on Pinterest looking at different because I want to put I have a smoker I want to put back there and all kind of stuff and have like a little kitchen area where I can smoke whatever, and then have on the other side have a bar. And that's so like during the winter, because during the summer it's hard to go outside because it's so freaking hot. And But like in the evening time, it wouldn't be bad. Then the mosquitoes eat you up. Well, during the winter, it's nice. You can put the lights out there, but that's what we're looking to do. I mean, because our house is going to be paid off before I retire. So we're trying to get all the bills paid off, and she's got some things she wants to do in here. We want to remodel the bathrooms because this house is almost 20 years old now. But she's got the cathedral ceilings, and it's a really nice house. So I love it. Got a man cave out of it, so
There you go.
can't beat it. Especially when one of the kids moved out. So
yeah,
and
I
now
told
she's
my
got her
wife
she
when we moved
cave.
in this house, I told her, I said, you can have the entire house, but the basement's mine.
There you go. Absolutely. Well, her son just got 20 years old, just bought his own house, like not even a quarter of a mile from us. And it's a small home, but I mean, it's a 2-bedroom, but for him and his girlfriend, that's all they need.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's a good starter house. It's got a nice porch on the back. And he's like, Mr. David, man, this is what I want to do. And I'm like, dude, do it, man. He wants to put a TV out there on the porch and all. I was like, do it, man.
Yeah, because
I'll help you.
I'm a DIY guy. I mean, if I don't know what I'm doing, I go to YouTube and I type it in, and somebody's got a how-to video on how to do exactly what I want to do, and I do it because I'm a mechanical guy. So there's not a whole lot of mechanical stuff I can't do. I don't like dealing with electricity, though. That's my least favorite thing to deal with.
That's the neat thing about having Barb here now, because Dave, he wants to come in and like our TV in the living room, he wants to hide all the wiring that's hanging down because we got him. He wants to do all that, and then we had tile and carpet. We got rid of all that and put that wood laminate down, and it's through the whole house. And
I'm gonna walk around to the other side. I want to show you something.
Okay. That's a lot of beer cans, empty beer cans.
Yeah, I don't know how those all got there. Okay, so this is the normal side. I got my bright lights, my insanely bright lights over here now.
Right.
So for Father's Day this year, my wife and kids set me up because my wife, I kind of invaded her computer space upstairs to do my videos.
Right.
So they bought me like a computer desk and a chair, and I'm supposed to edit over here. I usually edit at the bar though, because I'm watching Baywatch or something. Here. But so when it came to hiding the wires, the person that she hired to do this, now in our living room when we first, these bright lights are gonna be insane. Okay, yeah, they were reflecting the TV, and I look dark, but for the time being, so the TV that we have in the living room. A guy came over and it was like $200. He mounted our TV to the wall. He hid the wires inside the wall. Everything. Right. He moved the plug. So, your plug is normally, I don't know, like a foot off the floor. Mm-hmm. He tapped into it, put a plug on the wall, and then when he put the TV, it was plugged in, and it was $200. And I don't know what she paid for this, but this is what the guy did. Let me see if I can. You might not be able to see what's going on here, but so what he did when he mounted this TV here is this is one of those brush plates here. So he just ran the cord from the TV down through the inside of the wall, pulled it out here, and it's actually comes out and plugs into the outlet right next to it.
Right.
I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not, but
I can see it a little bit.
So I mean, the wires are hidden in the wall. They just come out the wall down low, and then they plug into the outlet next to it.
Dave's wanting to tap in because of the bedroom behind our living room. He wants to tap in and run it up there and put another outlet so that way you can plug it and you won't see the plug or nothing.
Yeah.
So, and but I told him, I said, he's been down that weekend, but I told him, I said, look, dude, I know you don't get to see your family. I don't want you to do it on just a weekend. I want you, like when you're down a couple weeks. Because I told him, he gave me a price, which is really reasonable. And I guess whenever he gets some time to do it, I saw him the other day when I went and picked up my beer drop. I had to use Barb's address because nobody's ever home here, and you got to sign for it.
Okay.
So I asked Barb if I could use her because I know she's home a lot. She just said that when little man starts school, she goes, "Let me know and I'll come back up during the day and then sign for it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I skipped this next month because I still got the beer in there. I've only reviewed one of their beers, so I still got other beers that I got to get out of there. Kind of like you, I keep putting beers in there and forget about the ones I push back."
Yeah, I finally, because my wife wanted to go up and get this porter beer. She wanted to find a porter for this video that we're going to be doing. So she honestly thought we were going there to get a beer. And I said, no, that's not how this works. I mean, I don't get up here all that often. So I'm almost through all my beers. So Dave, I bought this beer. This is so crazy. It just sounds gross, but I had to get it. This is Attack of the Killer Tomato. It's a smoked tomato saison.
What the?
Yeah, I don't even know what this is going to taste like. But I had to buy it just because it sounded gross, and it's got these evil-looking tomatoes on the label. I mean, it's
anything, the can is badass.
Smoked tomato saison. So
hey, smoked. You can't go wrong smoked.
Looking forward to doing that one.
But did you see that episode that Matt and Trevor did? They got, I guess there's somebody gave them a sponsored. It's a drink smoker, like you smoke meat or whatever, but it's a drink. You light it up. It puts the smoke in there, and then you turn it upside down, and it smokes that drink.
Huh? I didn't see that one.
Yeah, and I looked that damn thing up, and that thing was $600.
Jeez,
it's like this big. I mean, like you can't see me, but it's like literally maybe 2 pints. And I was like,
"How does it smoke the drink? Does it just like put smoke around the drink and it absorbs the flavor from it?"
Well, I know, like on my smoker, I have an electric wood pellet smoker, so you can smoke, you can bake pies in it because it depends on the heat. You can jack the heat up and use it as an indirect heat grill, or you can lower the temperature for smoking, and you can actually smoke drinks in there, in that like mixed drinks or whatever. But I forgot what season it was. I don't know if it was season. I'll have to go back and look, and I'll let you know. But it was an actual device. They lit the thing up, and then the smoke came in there, and they turned it upside down or something with the beer in it, and it like literally smoked the beer. Like smoke flavor beer.
Well, I can tell you, I'm going to do my one beer I've been drinking tonight. I'm going to review that one when your live ends. I'm going to go do that one in the other room, and then I think that's probably going to be the beer I do after that because it's just I'm so intrigued.
I can't wait to see that one.
I'm thinking that it's going to be gross, but
I'm thinking like a V8 juice or something coming out of it.
That's not like a style or flavor that you would even think of.
Not even.
So I think that might just be intriguing enough where it might get some interest, because if it tastes amazing, then people are going to want to find this. And this is a local Atlanta beer, so you probably can't find it, where you're at. But
right. Yeah, so far I've only been
here. I wonder if somebody's doing it somewhere else.
Yeah, I've been using Winn-Dixie and ABC. That's about the only. And now I can get beer from the breweries, but they don't can anything, so I get it in a growler, and I guess I can, tell them what it is and get the information from their website on that particular beer. But that's the only way I can review any of their beers is. But like ABC, they have like one little island. It's a half an island. And then whatever the lady told me, whatever we have in the refrigerators over there, as long as it's not in a box and it's in an open, like where you can get them out of a 6-pack or something, you're more than welcome to get them out of there. Because some of the ones they have in there, they don't have sitting on the island. So, but I'm trying to find some like Oktoberfest and some fall beers. I got one in there that I drank last year, but I want to find that Elysium. What was it called? It tasted like pumpkin pie, literally.
Oh yeah, I bought the Elysium, some kind of variety pack that was pumpkin related,
Right.
and it was fantastic. It was.
Yeah. I took a picture of it. I'm trying to remember.
I also reviewed a Voodoo Ranger Atomic Pumpkin,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't like hot sauce. I don't like hot peppers. That one has hot pepper. Like when you taste it in your mouth, it tastes like pumpkin pie. You swallow
Right.
it, then it burns you because it's got that pepper in it. And I don't know who would put hot sauce on a apple
It was
pie,
it was
but
that one.
Night
Elysium
Owl.
Night
Yeah,
Owl.
yeah,
That
that was
tastes
in the pack that I did. The I don't know
that
what they
thing
called
tasted
it, but it
like
was
a
like their
pumpkin pie with
yeah,
alcohol in it.
yeah. I was very impressed with their pumpkin series that they had last year. So I'm looking forward to trying that again this year.
And there was one that I took to your sister's party, Barb's Halloween party. It was Samuel Adams. It was a October, like a Halloween one or an October one. Might have been their Oktoberfest beer. I bought a 12 pack of that, and I drank about 6 or 7 of them. And I woke up like, oh, with a little bit of a headache. It was a good beer, but you drink a lot of them heavier ones, you're like, that was stupid. So, but yeah, I'm trying to get my hands on them Oktoberfest beers.
Yeah, I did pick up one Oktoberfest today, and it was I know I've reviewed one of these. This is from Dry County Brewing, which is a local Atlanta beer. It's in Kennesaw, Georgia, but I was attracted to the can because the can looks like lederhosen.
Yeah.
So I like Oktoberfest beers. I know a lot of people like the Sam Adams Oktoberfest. In the past, I didn't think that was the best Oktoberfest. That was like my least favorite one. So I like trying these other Oktoberfest to see how they do it.
Right.
And I say when I went to Germany, I wanted to buy myself some lederhosen, but all they had for sale was like kids' lederhosen. And I'm like, well, what's going on with that? I want
Yeah, there was.
Oktoberfest. I want to wear lederhosen. I want to be like Chevy Chase, in European Vacation, where he's up on stage dancing and punching
Right.
people in the face and stuff. That's what I want to do.
Heck yeah. The one I bought was that Kentucky Barrel, or what is it called? The Kentucky.
Yeah, the Kentucky Barrel. It's
A
Kentucky.
pumpkin. It's a pumpkin something.
Yeah,
I
I know
saw.
what you're
That's the
talking
one
about.
I bought. I think I tried that one last year too. Before I started doing videos, I think I sent a picture of it to you or something. But it's in the Kentucky bourbon barrels, I guess
Yeah.
and you get a little bit of that bourbon in there. You can taste.
Do you put hot sauce on stuff?
Um, I do like hot sauce, but I don't like super hot stuff.
Yeah, I don't like it either, but I'll tell you what though, that if you can find the Voodoo Ranger Atomic Pumpkin,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to taste the hotness in your mouth. It's when you swallow it, it's going to kind of burn as it goes down. But I'm
Right.
telling you that was one of my favorite pumpkin beers because it was like I say it's a pumpkin pie. It's just
With a
I don't
little
know who
kick to
puts
it.
hot sauce on a pumpkin pie.
Yeah, I
Apparently,
remember. I remember
Voodoo
that
Ranger
video.
does, but I don't like things hot, but it wasn't bad. I actually liked that beer. It was a fantastic beer.
Yeah, that we have. Voodoo Ranger is not a problem getting here, so maybe when it gets closer, maybe they'll have that out.
Yeah,
Because
the name Atomic Pumpkin to me, I took that to mean it was going to be like explosive pumpkin flavor.
right,
And it says right on the can, it says there's a word on there that they kind of cross out and they write spicy.
mm-hmm.
But I thought spicy meant pumpkin spicy.
Like the pumpkin spices
yeah,
and like
like
cinnamon
and clove, stuff like that. No,
right,
it's spicy like habanero peppers is what it is. But the pumpkin flavor is just so delicious that
right.
it really is a fantastic beer. At least buy one.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I bought that Voodoo Ranger variety pack. It had the 1985 Voodoo Ranger IPA. They're all IPAs, are just different variations, I guess.
Yeah.
I still got a couple of them to review in there too.
Yeah, I haven't tried the 1985, which I
The
want to. I haven't tried the experimental, which I
I'm
want to.
I'm gonna if I drank them all before I started doing reviews the 19 because it came with 3 apiece, I think it was.
Yeah.
And I drank them. I'm like, dang it, man, that'd be perfect, man. I got them old pilot shades, and I could wear like a some kind of 80s T-shirt. But I drank them all, so I'm gonna have to go see if I can. And they don't come like in like little six. It's a variety pack. It's the only way you can
Yeah.
get that particular one. So
I bought a Stone. It's a variety pack. So there was, I think it's 4 beers. So there was 3 of each flavor. And of course, I already drank all of the other flavors. So there's only 4 beers left in there. And I got to review them all at the same time because it's a variety. So I got to do, maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow is do my 4 beers of that. But I tell you, they're fantastic.
oh yeah, I love this time of the. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like my summertime. You can chill out by the pool or the beach, but I dig my holidays coming up. I like Halloween. Yeah. We decorate Halloween, and maybe I'll do a review on the front porch with all my Halloween decorations or
There
something.
you go. I can't wait for Christmas because that's when I get to
too.
bring out my leg lamp. I get
Oh
to
yeah,
my leg
man,
lamp front and center.
That's like me and my dad's favorite TV movie or show. For Christmas.
I'll tell you what, the traffic on my road in front of my house increases 100-fold at Christmas time when I have
display
my
the lamp
front window because everybody.
nice.
And I know they're looking at it because when the cars come by, they all slow way down in front of my house.
That's funny.
And then they drive off, and it's like, yeah, they're looking at my major award. You
Heck yeah.
just can't get that anywhere.
It's fragile.
You got to win it.
We got another viewer, man.
Who's here now?
Trying to see if I can figure this thing out.
Yeah, see, I'm just it doesn't show me anything about how many people are watching or anything like that. It shows me and you. So
yeah, I can see with the little eye that there's a viewer on there. But other than trying to figure out who it is, I'm trying to go on my phone to see who's on there.
Comment. Whoever's on here, comment so we know you're there.
Yeah. We're just talking some stuff here, man. It's definitely about beer.
I like beer. If I want to go get another one of those nasty beers, it's in the... I think the next one I drink is the one I want to review, and then I'm wondering how is this review going to go because I really don't like that beer. It's not good.
Well, the good thing is you're relaxed now, so
yeah. Well, yeah. And it's going to be a bit risque. I don't know if I didn't tell you what it's called, did I?
I don't know. You didn't.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a little risque. So it's going to be a different review. It's going to be a review like I've never done before, but
I just can't wait for the one for Monday.
Monday, 9 a.m. I know you'll be at school, but
I have my phone. I can watch it on on my cell service.
Yeah, there's some pretty famous dudes took part in that video. So
yeah, man.
Remember to show them all love.
Absolutely. I guess they don't want. Oh, we got 2 on there now. 2 viewers. We're getting there, man. I don't know how to pull them up though. How? Still learning all this YouTube stuff.
Yeah, it's like it's not really a good there's not like a cheat sheet that tells you what to do and how to do it. Like I watch some guys that do the live and they're using the StreamYard like we are, but yet they've got a banner that scrolls across the bottom. You can make their comments. Like if there's people commenting, you can click on it and it'll pop up on the bottom of the screen here.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
These are things you'll learn. I had to go through the growing pains of it, so I'm more than happy to tell you what I learned. And
yeah,
I
got the chat pulled up, but there's only what I said. Logan said, "What's up?" and I said, "What's up, bud?" Yeah, that's one of my son's friends. And then I got the Stream app on there.
Why don't you practice right now, Dave? You can just click on any comment in the chat, and it should pop it up on the screen. It probably won't work from your phone though. You'll have to do it from the
Yeah,
tablet.
it came up when I put what's up, but it's popped up on the when he sent the message. It came up.
Okay.
It popped up on the StreamYard message. So I'm learning. It's all good.
We're all learning. It just takes a lot longer to learn when you get to be our age.
Yeah, I know, right? But we got 2 viewers, man. If you are able to comment and let us know who you are, because I'm still trying to figure out all this.
Yeah, it's a learning curve, so
Yeah.
that's okay. So yeah, like I'm looking at it and I see the comments, and I don't even see where I can answer back on the comments because there's not like a place for me to type. If I go to the private chat, it says chat with the host and other guests. I'm going to type something and see if it appears in the other chat or if it only appears in the private chat.
Okay. Yeah, it's just popping up on the private chat.
So yeah, apparently it won't let me talk in the regular comments. Because when I look at that, the regular comment chat, I can read them, but there's no place for me to type. And now I just clicked on something totally different, so I don't know what the heck this is.
There's banners, all kind of stuff that you can. But I still got 2 viewers on there. They're still on there.
2 viewers, comment. Want to know who you are.
Yes, absolutely. Because I can hit live chat on my phone, and I got the volume turned down on the phone, and I can see where Logan and I said, "What's up, bud?" And then where I put the link for StreamYard. They're probably laughing at us like, "Oh, these old guys, they don't even know what the heck they're doing." That's why we need you to comment. Show us the ropes. Did you just do a comment on there? Yeah, see it popped up from your other YouTube channel.
What are you talking about?
Or playing FXR.
Oh, that plane fixer guy? Yeah, I've seen him around. I've seen him
that
around.
plane guy. He just said, "Hey."
Hey, plane fixer, do you fix planes? I would type that, but there's no box for me to type. So I guess.
Oh, we got 3 viewers now.
The party has started. Let's see, what time is it? Well, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I mean,
My
in the big
wife's already
city, the
asleep.
parties really don't start happening until 11. So it's nice that.
Yeah, my wife's already asleep. So.
Well, you need to go in there and wake her up and say, "Hey, comment, comment, whatever. Make sure to like this."
Yeah, I told her to get on and. All right, let's see. Yeah, we got 3 on there.
All right, 3 people. Talk to me.
Say something. But anyway, we could continue talking beer, I guess, and maybe they'll comment then. Maybe they're mad, but we're not talking beer.
Maybe they don't have a beer.
Exactly.
Maybe that's why they're not talking. They just don't have a beer. There's a beer store just down the street, though. I'm pretty sure you can go get one.
Yeah. If you notice, my shelf is a little empty right now. I've used all my beer glasses today.
Oh, yeah.
Got to wash them.
Yeah, I got 2 dirty glasses up here. I got to watch now.
I come up with a good idea every once in a while. I just happen to be in Walmart and look down. I'm like, shelf. It's like, I looked at my wife. That would look good in the man cave right behind the chair. I just reach up and grab a glass. And
that's not a regular shelf. That's a floating shelf.
It's a floating shelf. And it's like matches. I love it.
It's nice.
And if you notice in most of my videos, you can see my old lava lamp going.
I do.
Set the mood.
Yeah.
I thought about moving my chair on the other side and showing my TV. I got a TV on the wall, and maybe put something on the TV that you can.
Yeah, that's what I started to do. So I filmed a video of, I don't know if I told you this before, but I got these wooden coasters.
Yeah, I saw them.
So
man.
I took a picture of my wooden coaster, and then I went to my editing software. So it's just a picture. It's not a video, but you can put it in the editing software and you can drag it out. I think I dragged it out 20 minutes on the timeline so that when I pull up that, now it becomes a video that runs for 20 minutes. It just shows that. So like whenever I do a live or something, I have my phone on and I just broadcast that particular video to my TV back here. So it says Hardcore Pub.
Right.
So,
well, I'm thinking about trying to I have my Xbox, and where I can maybe hook up my phone through the Xbox to the TV, because it's a smart TV, but it's a Samsung, and it only lets you, unless I download an app on the TV where I can actually use on the phone, where I can display, and I can maybe get like Dave's TV up there or something. So I thought about doing that and just reversing, putting the chair over here and putting the camera on the other end. Still got 3 viewers. Man, I wish I could see. I know when they comment, I can see them, but
I'm sharing it on my, let me see.
And we've been on for 2 hours. You know how our videos go when we do a live one. It's at least 2 hours.
Oh, yeah. I lose track of time is what happens. I mean to come on for 30 minutes, and next thing I know, it's.
Maybe if I get big, like big time big, when I have like over 100,000, I'll hire a monitor on there to.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Shoot, I'll be happy to get 100 subscribers.
I'm just such an idiot when it comes to technology here. I'm trying to share this on Instagram, and I don't even know what I'm doing.
I'm a little tech savvy, but my son, he's the computer guru, and let me see that, Dad, and he'll fix it. And
yeah, and I'm like, wait a minute, what did you just do? Oh, well. Here we go.
It's got 4 watching now. My thing here on the iPad says 3, but it says 4.
All right, I just shared it on my Twitter. I couldn't figure it out on Instagram, so. Let me go to my Facebook here. I'll share it on there too.
I guess I can do like a next time I do it, I'll do a little thing. Hey, we're gonna, like you did.
Well, I was kind of what was that? I was kind of promoting. Was I promoting my little series that's coming up? Is that what I was doing?
No, it said a live, like you're going to be live, on this date. And dude, I was watching, was it Rod's? He got some interesting beers that he just picked up from wherever he went on vacation.
Oh, yeah, Rod J.
Yeah, he got some interesting beers. Still wanting to get that Yingling Hershey's. Can't never find that around here.
Oh, yeah, that was so good. But I think they made 2 different batches of that. I think they made the sweet batch, which was like the special dark chocolate, and then I think they made the baker's chocolate version, because I bought 2 different 6-packs of that, and they tasted completely different. And I heard people say some people didn't like it because it was too sweet, and I heard some people tried it, said it was too bitter. Well, you're not going to confuse sweet and bitter. They're different flavors.
Yeah.
And so when I bought my first 6-pack, I thought it was bitter. And I thought, well, this is kind of like, when you're a kid and you go in the pantry and it says, Hershey's cocoa powder, and you take a spoonful of it because you think it's going to taste like chocolate, but it's baking chocolate and it's bitter. That's what my first experience was. And then the second 6-pack I bought was actually sweet, like a special dark candy bar. So the flavors were not even close. That's why I say I think they kind of maybe made two different batches, two different styles, because those two were not close to each other. I'd have much rather had the sweeter version, but it was here. I love Yingling. That's my daily drinker when I'm not reviewing. I just happened to, like I said, I got lured in to buy this 15-pack just on the name, and I'm regretting it. But you can't, when you review beers, it doesn't mean you're going to like every one that you try. You're going to try some that you don't like. And I've made it known on my channel, that Pilsners are my least favorite style.
Right.
I've tasted some good ones, but just as a style, it's my least
everybody's
favorite
different,
style.
man. I mean,
and I kind of knew when I picked up that 15-pack and it said it was a Czech style Pils. I'm like, well, I know what this means, and I know if this tastes like a Czech style Pils, I'm not going to like it.
Right.
But I wasn't raised to waste food or drink, so I've killed.
Excuse me.
Oh, I've killed 5 or 6 of them. It looks like. And I got to do one more before I go to bed, because I got to move my equipment into the other room to film the actual review. But no, those people, are they still showing up? Nobody's talking.
Yeah, 3 viewers. Come on, guys or gals, help us out here.
All you got to do is comment, and then we can know that.
And if you're not a subscriber to Dave's TV or Brian a Beer Snob, all it takes is a little push of a button.
Hands down, the 2 best channels on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And there's some good ones out there, man.
Yeah, that'll tell you something. You find a really fantastic channel and it's not one of these 2, then there's something better. And
that's right.
One of these 2, right?
Yep. Who knows? It might be some of my friends and they're just scared to post a comment.
They can talk. They don't have to be on screen.
Or they can click on the link. They could click on the link, I guess.
Click on the link and join us.
Yeah, join us on the Stream app here, man. Or
some people who've never been on a StreamYard Live might not know how it works. So, yeah, the StreamYard link that Dave posted up there at 7:58 p.m. Just click on that and boom.
Yep.
You're in the studio. It's magic.
You can talk to us. Don't be bashful. Don't be shy. Don't be like me when I first started. I'm 10 videos in now, plus my intro video that got the most likes of everything.
Isn't it great?
I know, and there's not one beer listed in there.
I want to say that when I was 10 videos in, obviously I was way more comfortable than I was in my first videos. But still, I had no idea how much time I'd spent talking, which is why I got a digital stopwatch that I'd have on the other side over there, so I could, keep track of how long that I was going. I didn't want to, because I could come out and, sometimes when you're nervous, you really talk real fast like this. And okay, I got a 2-minute video, and I'm like, I can't even understand what I'm saying because I'm talking too fast because I'm nervous, And then, other times, well, maybe I'm trying to slow down, but I'm talking too slow. So having a stopwatch going off camera really helped me kind of get a feel for.
Well, the neat thing about the phone, I've got the screen facing me on the tripod. So
when it looks like Matt's back.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I can repost that. I got it on the screen here, but I don't know how to repost it in the comment. But I've got the screen, when the camera's running on the phone, it's showing me. I don't have the lens pointed towards me. I got the screen part. Right. And I can, when I hit I got the tripod came with a little Bluetooth remote. So when I hit it, I can see the time going by on the video.
Okay.
and it gives me. I know how much time I've had on a video. Might have to resend the link. Okay, well, I don't know how to do that. Hold on, Matt. Let me try to figure this out, buddy. I got it posted on the main YouTube channel where you can see it, but
Yeah, so
I
like
don't.
on my laptop, I can see the entire chat history, but when I pulled it up on my phone, it only shows me the chat from the moment I came on. So like
Yeah,
the link isn't even on my phone right now.
yeah. But I have it posted on the video part of the live part where he'll have to manually type it in, I guess. Yeah, hopefully he can see that.
Yeah, usually
I don't know where to go to I'm trying to remember where. Oh, invite. Here we go.
that's what it is, invite.
That's right. And you put it in the comment. Okay. Here we go, Matt.
Dave, your subscribers are growing at a very fast rate because I'll tell you what, when I first started out, mine did not grow that fast.
Really? Well, my goal last weekend was to hit 40, and I didn't hit 40 till Monday. And then I
Like I said,
got,
I'm looking at it now. I think you got 42.
I picked up two more. One of them was my nephew.
Hey,
He's like, Uncle
a
David, man, I
subscriber
like
is
your
a
videos.
subscriber.
I know, right? So I was like, your mom let you, did you clear that with your mom? Because Dawn, she's like, yeah, it's okay. I'm like, okay.
Oh, so is this Don's son, the one that plays baseball?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, because I know that Ma Bicky,
Mm-hmm.
right? Is that who we're talking about? No, wait, that's Sean. No, that's not who I'm thinking about. Wait, your sister Dawn, is it her son?
Yeah, her son.
Okay, I didn't even know she had kids. Okay,
Yeah, he
I was
just turned
confusing her with Sean uh,
Walker.
Walker. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now I'm trying to get to where I can hit enter. And let's try it. There we go. There
There
we
it
go.
goes.
All right, Matt, maybe you can get on that way, buddy, if you can hear me.
Yeah. So, you back doing the resource thing?
Oh yeah.
So how does that work? Are you just in it until you decide to give it up, or is that like
Yeah,
something you
that's
bid for every year?
it's an actual unit, school resource unit. Like you have detectives, you have road patrol, you have school resource, we have a TAC team, whatever that does, we have undercover.
So that's
Just
not
all
something you have to bid for every year, and you might
No,
get
no.
bumped out of it or
You have
anything.
to interview for it, but once you're in, unless you're ready to leave and go do something else,
Oh,
unless
okay.
unless they're tired of you and your principal says you're garbage, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but no, yeah,
You you at the high school?
I'm at a middle school.
Okay. Is it Sebring?
It's in Sebring, but I mean, it's
Yeah. See, I'm trying to remember, because it's been forever since I was there. So
yeah, it's kind of halfway between Avon Park and Sebring. I'm trying not to say the name just for
yeah. Well, I'm just like I said, I'm just trying to remember because when I was there, so there's more towns than just Sebring, Avon Park, and Lake Placid in
right,
Hollis County. But as far as high schools go, there was Lake Placid, Sebring, Avon Park. I'm
right.
sure
It's
there's
still
more now.
No,
I'm sure
there's
there's more
still the
now. But
three.
like, if you lived in Loretta, you didn't go to Loretta High School. You went to,
No, no,
wherever,
it's only
Sebring or Avon Park or wherever.
the
If you
elementary
lived in
schools.
Venus, you didn't go to Venus High School. You went to Lake Placid High School.
Right.
So,
No, it's still that way. It's still that way.
okay.
We're not that big,
Yeah.
but we do
So,
have a few more elementary and definitely when we were in school. And then the one I'm at is just the one extra. That's all we have. We have the three towns and then the one I'm at.
yeah. So I was trying to think because I want to say that probably around the time that, I was in the Marine Corps when I think, what was it called? Lake Country Elementary opened up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe I had just gotten out because I got out. I came home on terminal leave in January of '95, but I had so much leave saved up that I took like the whole month of August off in '94.
Right.
And I came back to Lake Placid, and that's when I saw like the mall was there. What a big deal that was. I mean, because we
Oh, I
didn't
know,
have a
right?
mall before, so that's when the mall was
I
there.
come home on leave and I look to the right going south on 27 and I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
And then I pulled over to go to it and check it out because that was all woods back in the day. And
Yeah.
I'm like, a mall, holy cow. Now there's really nothing there in that mall because most indoor malls are a thing of the past.
Yeah.
It's all the open air malls now. And ours is like one of the last ones in this country still up. All
Yeah.
right.
I mean, I can only imagine how nice it would have been if we'd have had that mall when I was in high
Oh
school.
man, when in the early to mid '80s and up, that'd have been great.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
were
It is what it is.
latecomers,
Yeah.
like always.
I mean, like when we had to go school clothes shopping when I was growing up, we'd load up in the car and go over to Fort Myers or something
Oh
because
yeah,
that's
or
where
mom
we
would
went.
order J.C.
I
Penney
think
or
all I
Sears.
think all we had as far as like a clothing store. I mean, there was like a Walmart in Sebring, and then
We
there
had
was
Kmart.
like a J.C. Penney kind of up going towards Avon Park.
Yeah, that was actually in Avon Park.
Okay.
And Sears, all they had was in Southgate, right next to the movie theater, was a catalog ordering. You ordered and that order from a catalog, and then they shipped it there, and you picked it up, or you could
Okay.
have it delivered to your house. But other than that, that was it, man.
Yeah.
Everything was ordered through a catalog by phone. There was no internet back then. I mean, I guess they did have internet, but I mean, it was like nothing like we got now.
Oh yeah.
We'd have never been able to do what we're doing right now.
Oh no, man. Something was going on with the computers at work last week, and it's like I felt like I was on dial-up again because it was taking forever for my pages to like, when you click on something, the next page it's like taking forever to. I'm like, man, this is like, it's like the microwave society. You want your food cooked in 2 minutes, and if it takes 2 minutes and 5 seconds, that's too long.
Oh yeah,
you want everything quick, and it's like, nowadays you shouldn't have to wait 3 minutes for a web page to open up because it's just.
all
But
right. We had 4 viewers on down to 3 again.
they're not talking.
I know, man. That's weird. I always comment. I mean, like your big YouTubers, like I watched one guy called Omar Gosh TV. He does he's got like 2 channels. He does paranormal and exploring, just going to different places, and he's got a vlog channel where he does like his daily vlog or whatever. And there's thousands of people commenting, and when he does a live thing, he's trying to keep up with it, but you can't because it's going so fast.
Yeah.
And we're not like that, guys. So just comment. We're back up to 4 again.
Do you know of any like YouTubers in your local area that may do like different types of channels? But do you talk to anybody that's in your area?
No, I'm sure there are, but I've never come across anybody. I'm waiting for somebody to say, "Hey, man, that's Dave's TV."
Yeah,
Hadn't happened yet, though.
it's going to happen. It might happen this fall. I mean,
Who
because you'll
knows,
be really
man?
big by fall.
Who knows, man? I'm happy to have the ones I got. Yeah, we're back down to 3. That 4th
Yeah.
one, they just can't hang on.
Yeah, that's just another avenue I've been thinking about doing. Because we do beer, but if you can get on, even if it's not a beer channel, but if you can get in with another genre of
Right.
YouTuber, like what's his name, James P. Madonna. He does a food. He does a food. I think his page is called Everything is Food, but he lets beer reviewers comment, post their videos on his channel and stuff. So
Nice.
he's like a food guy.
Well, what better, man? Food and beer.
Yeah. So I'm trying to, like I had a lady that works with my wife. She came over here and she actually sang my intro for my video that's coming out on Monday.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So she doesn't do beer, but she subscribed to my channel. And then, because she's a singer.
Right.
You know, I subscribe to her channel. But sometimes it's nice to get a little cross-channel, you know, collabs going on.
Oh yeah. Well,
You know, especially if you can find a food person that, you know, because then you can go out and you can meet up with this person. You can both film it for your channels. They're doing the food portion. You're doing the beer portion. You
yeah,
can
that
introduce
would be
each
cool.
other to each other's thing. And
Well, I thought about doing a paranormal
I would
beer
love to do
review.
that. That's why I was hoping you was going to tell me that you had
Ah,
a paranormal channel that was near you, and then maybe when I come down this
well,
fall, we
do
could.
you remember not the older Shannon Sapp, but there's a younger Shannon Sapp. She married Philip Sudduth. Do you know Philip?
I know Philip. I don't
Well,
really
he
remember.
married Shannon Sapp. She's it's a different Shannon. It's not the older one. Or no, is that Amy Sapp? Okay, yeah, Shannon. I get mixed up sometimes. There's two Amy Sapps. Well, Shannon, she's my does some of my investments, and she's not in that building anymore. But there's a particular building that she was in, and she said, "Yeah, just let me know, and I can meet you up there one evening or whatever." And we didn't get the chance to do it. She's not in that building anymore, so I have to have permission to go into certain places or all places, you know, doing what
Yeah.
I do. So that would have been perfect because she said that without giving any names, uh, there was a person that that passed, and that was their business office before. And she said when we took that building over, they'd come in one morning, chairs would be pushed on the other side of the room, or papers would be thrown on the floor. And she's like, David, I don't know if I believe in ghosts, but something was in there throwing our stuff all over the place. So
See, I think that would be cool. I mean, I'd go spend the night in a place like that. I mean,
heck yeah,
I don't have
man.
infrared cameras, but I have my camera. I mean,
Well, a lot of them use their, I've got my phone where the light that I use that a ways back, I bought this handle for my phone, and it had a holder on that screwed on. Well, I took that off and put it on this tripod because it's a better for my phone, because it's designed for a phone. And it came with a light, and the light works great. And I can, walk around at doing paranormal like they do and flip it around, and that's all I got to do.
yeah.
But with the thing about a phone, you only have so much memory.
Yeah.
So unless you're doing live,
Right.
I guess that would probably work, but you got to have a good signal too when you do live.
That's true. Well, but you're in the big city of Sebring. They got freaking towers everywhere.
Oh,
right?
yeah, right. And we're down to 2 viewers, man.
Now you got a third viewer right here.
There we go. Tiger is up and around.
He says, well, if I'm on camera now, everybody's going to want to.
Let's go grab Marley or Leo. Leo, he's my little shit stirrer upper, man. He's always trying to sneak out of the house. Marley will sit there at the doorway and just look. Got somebody I'm about to add. There we go.
Hey,
what is up?
Cheers, Dave. What's going on, Brian?
What's up, man?
Not much. Seen you guys kicking it for a bit. I was just hanging off there with the gang. And
no.
How you guys doing?
He's trying to show me how to use this StreamYard, so I said, what the heck? I'll do a live one. I've had 4 viewers, man. That's a start.
It's not too hard to navigate.
Yeah, all I have is my iPad, so I'm trying to. You only have so much room.
Yeah, I know that's a tricky one because I know he knows Michael Hilton. I saw you over there on his live stream the other night, and he uses Apple products, but he uses his phone. It gets tricky to navigate.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, especially when I'm about 6 beers deep into it and I can't figure out what's going on.
It's all good.
I was telling him, being a beer reviewer, I don't know how you do it, Miscellaneous, but when I go to the beer store, I usually buy nothing but singles because they're for review purposes. but I got suckered in. I bought a 15-pack of beer today at the beer store because it had a really cool name, and I bought it. Well, it's a 15-pack. I only need one to review, right? So I tapped into it, and I'm like 6 into it, and I'm like, oh, this is some horrible beer, but I can't waste it. I got to drink it,
Yeah. That's a thing that I've noticed in reviewing. I've had a couple beers and I'll revisit them. Ones that aren't coming back up. I'll name one. Founders Maple Mackinac Fudge is one of them.
I love that beer.
The KBS, and I had it initially, hands down phenomenal. One of the best beers that I've ever tasted. And when you really get to drinking it and sitting there and thinking, and then you start picking at it, you're like, well, it's like this and it's like that, and it's crazy. Like if you buy a bulk of beer and you sit there and you really try to dissect it down to the T, you're like, this was pretty good when I bought it, but I don't like it anymore.
Well, it's a very rich beer, so it's not like
I'm
drink.
not just saying that. Just like a broad spectrum thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought that with Yingling, the Raging Eagle. First time I tried, I'm like, man, this is really good.
I liked it. I've only had it once, and I really liked it.
And the more I kept sipping on it and trying it again, I'm like, man, maybe my score was too high.
Well, newness does have its own little influence, I guess, because if it's something new you've never had, you've never tasted it, it's exciting. But then it's like if you drank that every day for 3 months and then you reviewed it at the end of 3 months, you're not going to be as excited about it.
Yeah, you're not excited.
Because you've been drinking it every day for 3 months. So
that's a good thing, though. I saw you had some 450 North.
I did. I got that when I was in California, actually. One of my nephew's friends who travels a lot for business is a subscriber to my channel, and he picked me up like a little mixed 4-pack. And I think I've reviewed 2 of them. I still got 2 more in the fridge. I don't know why. Why would a brewery not put the ABV on a can? Of the 4 beers in that 4-pack, only one had the ABV on it. And I got online to look at their website to see what is the ABV. It's not even listed online. So it's
wow.
I don't get that.
450 North had a lot of controversy when they started putting out these heavily pureed sours because
they are heavily pureed. Yes.
The thing is that they can still ferment in the can because when they add into the secondary, they add fermentables. Those purees and that fruit puree and stuff has sugars in it, and that's still a live beer. It's got active.
So the ABV could increase over time.
So
that makes sense.
Their first issue was a lot of their cans were exploding because they don't travel. You have to keep that at a certain temperature because it'll keep fermenting. It creates carbon. I think it's carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide. I can't remember exact whatever it is. But when you bottle condition a beer, you add a priming sugar to it. Then you cap it off, and that naturally carbonates it.
Yeah, that's like
other than like force carbing it.
The Mr. Beers, you have to put the sugar cubes in the bottle and then put the cap on it, put them in the fridge.
Yep. And they kept fermenting, and they would explode. People were buying them. They were traveling with them. They're exploding in their cars. I've had not that brand, but brands that do similar things. I had it blow up all over my ceiling. All over
Holy
my
crap.
walls.
So you basically got to drink that.
It was like a hand grenade went off in here. But they got knocked when they first came out. They come out with this like a slush puppy series. Slush puppies. They used to sell them at like 7-Elevens and things like that. Somebody actually took their beer and went to look at what the actual alcohol content was, and they got knocked. It wasn't what they said the ABV was. So now they're a lot looser with it. I know Untapped usually has an ABV for them. They don't put one on their actual website. And those are $40 a 4-pack.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
They're very spendy.
Oh, my
beers.
wife would kill me. Jesus
They're-
Christ.
They taste fantastic. I don't care
Oh,
if
man.
it's true to style, because most of them are like they say sours or Berliner Weiss style beers, but typical Berliner Weiss is between 3.5% to 5%. It's a very low ABV beer.
Right.
In my opinion, the quality of what you get with that, it tastes so fucking good, and it really is one of those ones that they go over the top. Some of them, not all of them, but I would buy a can for $10 a piece. Maybe not a 4-pack for 40.
Yeah.
I'd pick me up a $10 can.
I was at the
Yeah, I'd
beer
have
store
to
today, and I saw
finagle that somehow.
some singles that were like $16 for a 16 ounce, and I'm like, oh geez,
Ooh.
man, that's I don't know if I want to buy that to review, because what if I don't like it? That's a whole lot of beers I'm not being able to buy because I just bought that
I'll
one.
tell you.
Yeah, no kidding.
Down here, they have these real flashy cans from Clown Shoes, and they just started. They have a new 2 different breweries. They're out of Vermont now, and they're out of Boston, Massachusetts. Their beer still isn't to par. Stay away from it. It's
I've only had one
it's
Clown
really
Shoe.
nice can art. Don't buy it.
So the can art got you, huh?
It's not that. They do have some good beers. They're Crunkle Sam. They come out with a barley wine every year. That one's really good. They make a mango kolsch, which is a very clear, brilliant looking beer. Tastes like mangoes. Very good. But their IPAs and some of their imperial stouts it's very expensive, and they're not that good.
I've only had one Clown Shoe, and I reviewed it, but honestly, I did 3 reviews, and they were all bangers. They were all like 9 or 10% beers. I did one here, then I went to my neighbor's house, and we did one there, and we'd been drinking all day, so we were kind of smashed by the time we finished that review. And then we went over to the next neighbor's house and did the Clown Shoe, and neither one of us remembered doing the Clown Shoe review. And I said, I don't even know if it's still on the camera. I mean, I had to look. Oh, what video is this? Oh, hell, that's the Clown Shoe. Can I even upload this? Because I think we're babbling idiots because we're so drunk. We don't even know what we're saying.
Right.
But I was able to. We rambled on for like 30 minutes. I had to edit it down to a much shorter video because we would get sidetracked and start talking about things. And yeah, it was. But I did like that one. It had impressive can art. I didn't understand it. It was like a superhero. I think he had an M on his chest. I'm like, what's the M stand for? I couldn't figure it out.
I think I remember you doing that one.
But he definitely had the big clown shoes on. Looked like, Ronald McDonald's shoes on.
Yeah, this one's good. I've never had the double-hearted.
I looked for that in the beer store today. All they had was the 2-hearted, which is fantastic. But, I was looking for the double.
This was expensive.
Yeah, you're down in Florida, right, miss?
Yeah. I'm probably 2 hours away from Dave.
Okay.
Depending on traffic.
Yeah, what part are you at?
I'm on the Treasure Coast.
Okay.
Like St. Lucie, Martin County.
Yeah, my son lives with his mom over in Fort Pierce, which is...
I work on a farm up there at my buddy's farm 1 day a week.
Cool.
Every week for the month. It's a nice area depending on where you're at.
Yeah. Man, my eyes are starting to get heavy, man. I was like, that's what happens when you get up at 5 a.m.
That's the good thing about it.
Cranking those reviews out, that's good, man. Getting busy.
Yeah, I got another one. I did 2 tonight, but I did that Jamaican root or ginger beer, and I'm like, it tasted like a souped up ginger ale. It was good, but I thought maybe it was going to have like a more of a beer taste, and it was more of a not a mixed drink, but it was like a soda with it was good, but I mean it was like a soda with alcohol in it, like Coke, like Coke.
Ginger beer.
Yeah, it was but it was in the beer.
Yeah, I almost
section.
picked one of those up today at the beer store. I saw they had a ginger beer and it said with alcohol, because I've had ginger beer that did not have alcohol in it before, and it's like a ginger ale.
Right.
But
Like root
they do
beer
have
or
ginger beers now, and it says on it with alcohol.
with
And I almost
alcohol.
picked one up, but I
So
didn't.
I'm thinking it's like they're like a root beer, but it's a ginger beer, and they just added alcohol to it. So, but it
Probably,
said it had hops, like a little bit of hops in it, and
well, several years ago when they came out with that Not Your Father's root beer, did you ever try that?
mm-mm.
It was an alcoholic root beer, and I mean,
Nice.
I saw other reviewers, and I tried that. I'm telling you, that was fantastic.
Oh man, it sounds good.
It was root beer, but it had alcohol in it. And I mean, a root beer float is fantastic. And you put a root beer float and got a little alcohol kick in there. I mean, it was fantastic.
So that's basically what that ginger beer was. I mean, it was good, but like I said, it was in the beer section. So I'm thinking, it's got a little bit of a beer, like beer with ginger thrown in there, But it was actually it had some strong ginger in there because it had a bite to it, like that was some straight up, yeah,
like a spicy, not like spicy as in like cayenne pepper or anything, but like
but it had a kick
ginger
to it,
bite to it. Yeah,
yeah,
I know what you're saying.
And it was like, okay, this is different, and I slammed that and went and got some water, washed my mouth out, and got the old Sierra Nevada 40th edition. Started editing that one, and I got on the live stream, so I'll throw that one out tomorrow and probably do another one. I try to do them when I can, but when you work all the time, you come home, you're tired, so it's
I hear you, man. I work 6 days a week, 3 jobs.
Oof, God bless you, man.
Man, you're going to be retired before you're
35.
That's right, man. I'll be 49 in September, man. I'm like, the one job I got, I'm good. Plus all the work I do at the house.
One of my favorite drinks with ginger beer is called the Dark and Stormy. It's Gosling's dark rum, ginger beer, twist of lime. You get that dark rum, a little bit of pepperiness off of the ginger beer. It's light and crisp for the day. Nice hot day.
Oh yeah. I still got to review the beer drop that I got. I did one, the Wibby Jibby. I did that one, but I still got like 4 more to do out of that box. Then good old Brian's going to come see me in the fall and bring us some Georgia beers.
Yeah, going to bring some. If you have any requests, let me know now. If not, I'll just get it.
Just surprise me, man. That's what it's all about.
I don't know exactly where he lives, but I know Wild Leap makes a bunch of good stuff up there.
I've been doing the Wild Leap. I love Wild Leap, but they have their what do they call? I just bought their 17th edition. Let me see, where is it?
Pontoon's a really good brewery over there.
Oh, their Alpha Abstraction series. So this is volume 17. And I think when I got in on them, I think I did volume 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Basically, it's the same beer. They just use a different hop with each with each volume. So it kind of lets you know what those hops taste like, because there's not like 3 hops in here. So you're getting like a blend of, so you don't know what these hops taste like. Like this one here, what does it say?
My buddy from Peachtree sent me one of those last year, their last year version.
Yeah, so I've never even heard of this hop. This one is a sativa hop. So this is dry hopped with sativa hops. It's only got sativa hops in it. So it's, like I say, it's their same recipe, but in the Alpha Abstraction series, they just change the hop. They go from one hop in this volume to the next volume to a different hop. So each one is new. Even though it's the same beer, it's going to have a different flavor.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to trying this one. And it's 8% alcohol, so it's
even better.
So I like that.
Yeah. I know where my buddy Beerman lives at in Oregon. Fort George, they do one. It's called a 3-way IPA. and they drop it every year, but they use 3 different hops every year they drop it, so it's never the same.
Yeah, see, it's kind
That's
of
the cool thing. Like some of these single name brand beers, each year, different product.
yeah, because like where I live, it's kind of hard. I have 2 breweries. I got one in the town I live in, and the town south of me, where I grew up, has a small brewery, and they're great breweries, but they don't can anything. They just make it there and they sell it, and they put it in kegs and give it to other breweries, and they exchange, from other breweries to their place too. So they have not only their beer, but they have other, but they do
They
have
do a lot of
growlers.
like distro.
Yeah. So
They
I may
send
get
it
a
out to the
growler.
masses instead of keep it at home.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get
That's
some
like
growlers and
where
try
I'm
to
at. I'm
review it.
I don't know if you've ever heard of Civil Society. They make a bunch of great IPAs, and they're like 30 minutes away from me in Jupiter, south of
I
me.
know where Jupiter's at. I got a Marine Corps buddy that lives there.
Civil Society. If you ever go to that place and you like good
Now,
IPAs,
do they can or do they just sell it like?
I haven't been there personally. The only reason I haven't gone there is because they only sell IPAs.
Oh, really?
Like a
Yeah.
one. They my buddy in Virginia gets distro from them. He's actually in retail. He does distro, and he gets it up there, and he swears by. He's like, they make some really good stuff, and I'm like, well, I just don't want to go to a brewery for just IPAs, man. I like stouts and
Well, yeah.
barrel age.
Well, that's like the 2 I
the
have.
brown ales at, or what?
They have the brown ale, the wheat ales. They have the IPAs.
Like variety.
Yeah, they have a variety
That's
of
a
everything.
drinker I am.
They got Lake Placid. The Wet Dogs Brewery has a red ale that's pretty decent, and all his like beers are named like associated with dogs. Like just different names. Because that's the name of his business. So it's a quaint little. I mean, it's a tiny little brewery, but it's a tiny little town. So. But they got great beer, man. It's like, but I just wish they'd can it so I can send it to some of my other YouTubers. I just sent a box to a legit brew review. Like, you know them guys, Matt and Trevor.
Which I just I saw him on your panel earlier, and a buddy of mine that I was hanging out with says I know that guy, and he's got a good beer channel. And
yeah, I just sent him some beers.
There's a lot of people, and I try to mingle, and
it's hard because I'm trying to keep up with all of them and like their their stuff and comment and then I'm trying to do mine. It's like, okay, I see how these guys stay busy all the time when they make money off their YouTube channel because they're constantly, and you're juggling 3 or 4 jobs and I'm juggling one job.
I'm not making any money on YouTube.
No, but I'm not either. But just you're trying to edit and get your videos out, And
everything I do is a live cut. I sit down in front of my camera here. What you see is what you get.
I gotcha.
And it's straight to the point. I mean, not that editing's bad. I kind of like more of a genuine. I try to, like, if I get a 4-pack of beer, I'm not going to drink it and then do a review on the last beer that I have out of that 4-pack because I feel like I have a biased opinion on it. This is what I don't like and this and that.
Right.
It's not genuine.
Most of the beers that I've done, except for the one I did today that I haven't put out yet, is the Sierra Nevada. I had already tried that one, but every one I've done so far, I'm pretty sure I haven't tried yet.
Yeah, and Dave, you said you're not really into the stouts yet.
I am, but I mean, I haven't got It's like the IPAs when I first started drinking them. Because remember I told you that when I got
when it comes to the stouts and the barrel age.
Yeah, but you gotta do that Sierra Nevada Narwhal. That's freaking a delicious.
That's if I can find it here. They got everything's IPA, and I'm like, come on, guys, y'all got to come out with some, get it down this way.
I want to get the barrel aged Narwhal.
Yeah, I just saw
the barrel aged Rasputin from North Coast. There's some very elusive beers out there that I look for.
Yeah, right
other
now I'm
people
just
in the
trying to get
country
these.
find them. I'll gladly PayPal them for it right on the spot.
Well, miscellaneous, I was showing this to Dave earlier because this just totally caught my eye, and I'm a sucker for can art. I mean, I am. If it looks cool, I'm buying it, whether it's a style I like or whatever. But I saw this on the shelf. It's Attack of the Killer Tomato. It's called a smoked tomato saison, and I've never had one of those before. So I was like, "Oh, I got to get that." But what is this going to even taste like? But
A
it's
V8
wild.
with a spike to it.
it's a
Well, it's gonna
Belgian,
have
because I
wild
just
meat-
review that
wild
came
meat
out this morning was Budweiser Chelada with Clamato Picante, and I didn't like it at all. I didn't get any heat off of it. It just tasted like tomatoes and sugar to me. I thought it was horrible. So I'm hoping this is 6% alcohol, and this is a Belgian style saison brewed with smoked tomatoes and 100% River Bend malt. So I don't even know what it's going to taste like, but it's got some wicked.
Saisons are usually in like an open fermentation, like a wild fermentation. They put them in the oak fooders instead of like barrels, and it's literally like yeast fly through the air and get in there, and it's region specific on some of it. Like you might get a farmhouse, like it's hard to say, like barnyardy kind of smells and flavors. Belgian, it's always, I like Belgian beers because it's good to go back to where most things originated from, and they're very different. There's tons of yeast that put up tons of different flavor profiles. Some are fruity, some are earthy, some are cheesy, some are
like this one. I bought this one around Christmas time last year. I bought it for the glass, the Chimay glass.
Chimay's good.
Yeah, well, it was 3 beers. There was the white
blue,
label,
the gold,
the red
and the
label, and actually I think there was 4 beers in there. I want to say it was the white label, gold label, red, and blue. And just can't see it probably, but there's
it's got the etch.
It looks like the New Orleans Saint symbol. It's etched in the bottom of the glass there to make the bubbles do their thing.
If you like that, you might like Le Chouffe.
Is that the one that's in like the Duval shaped glasses?
They usually have the gnomes on there.
Okay.
Le Chouffe is very good beer. I like imports as well. Rausch beer is one of my favorite smoked beer. Smoked malts. It gives you like an umami bacon.
Oh damn! If it's got bacon, man, that's good.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just the way they smoke the malts. It gives like an umami taste to it, like a bacony beechwood kind of flavor. I love beer, dude. It's so universal, and I could talk about it all.
Yeah. If somebody says they don't like beer, it's because they haven't tried the right one. Because there's a million flavors of them, and
I know there's so many. I mean, I haven't seen the same one yet.
Give the import aisle a fair shake. I'll tell you that.
Well, I did. Not just like the last one I did before I did the one today. It was a German imported beer. The Optimator, the Spaten Optimator.
Yeah. Spaten.
Oh my!
That's an old brewing company.
Yeah,
I've had some Spaten beers. I just can't remember which one I had.
This one I didn't research it. I just just did it, and I'm like, okay, this is a different flavor because I like Brian back in the Marine Corps days. All we did was drink light beers, like Bud Light, Miller High, whatever. We didn't get into the craft beers.
That's good beer,
and they are, but I mean. I like now getting older. I'm down with just drinking 2, maybe 3, and I'm good, man.
Yeah, I would rather have a more flavorful beer with higher alcohol content.
Yeah, exactly.
Than drink a 15-pack of Coors Light.
You get some bang for your buck, and
I drank that one, and I'm like, okay, I'd
much rather be called a connoisseur than an alcoholic.
I know, right?
Yeah,
it was called a Doppel, whatever you call it.
Doppelbock.
Yeah, Doppelbock. Malt liquor.
Those are
I'm
good.
like, I'm
I
thinking
like
of like
Dunkelweisses, Dunkels.
I saw malt
Those-
liquor, and I'm thinking Schlitz malt liquor or Bull
Well,
or something.
back in the day, I think malt liquor had a bad rap back in the day
It
because
did.
Malt liquor was made for rich white people, believe it or not. You can Google it.
and that's like the
Well,
opposite
that
of
wasn't
who
me
was
then because
buying
I've
it.
never been rich. So.
But
But I mean, from a general standpoint, it was made for an upper class people with a little more kick. It wasn't. It didn't. It obtained a very bad rap with hip hop culture and things like
Right.
that.
Well, I had a
well,
buddy
trust
in the
me,
Marine Corps.
if it was a non-payday weekend and you wanted to get drunk, you
Oh,
went
yeah.
out and you bought some malt liquor because you could.
What?
I mean, back when I was, I
Use
know
the
I'm a little bit
Mickeys.
older than both you guys, but like you could go out and buy a 40 of like Old English
Oh,
for like
yeah.
79 cents,
Yeah.
and if you bought two 40s, you were done for the night. I mean, that's all
Heck
you
yeah.
needed was 2 40s of that, and you were done.
I had found one that I'd never ever seen in Florida, but this is in North Carolina. A buddy of mine goes, "You want to go do the Crazy Horse?" I'm like, "What are you talking about,
The
dude?
strip
Crazy
club?
Horse?" No, it was a beer called Crazy Horse Malt Liquor, and I'm like, "What the heck is that?" I don't even remember drinking it, but I remember him telling me about it.
Well, there was a Filipino beer called Red Horse. And back in the day, it wasn't regulated. So it came in 3-packs. So you might get one that had hardly any alcohol in it at all. You'd drink it and you'd be fine. And the next 3-pack you buy, the first one had so much alcohol in it, when you drank it, you were totally toast.
Oh yeah,
It was a crapshoot as to what you were going to get. But I don't know. I don't think they still make it that way. I think it's probably regulated now. But back in those days, it wasn't.
oh yeah, yeah. There's just so many beers out there. This is why the channel's never going to get old, because there's so many different beers. You're always going to have a different beer to try.
Yeah. And
Like
I know we're coming up on the season. It's gonna be pumpkin season, and
Oh,
you either
yeah.
like pumpkin beers or you don't. And
well,
I
that
like them.
that
I
one
like
I
'em.
did, that Elysian one, that one I liked. That Night Owl, that one was. And I tried the one I got in the fridge right now, the Kentucky one. I tried that one last year too, but I'm gonna try to get my hands on a lot of them this year.
Last year, I think I did probably 5 or 7. I think I did a solid week's worth of just pumpkin beers. And some of them taste better than others. And
Oh yeah,
I like the ones myself, the ones that taste like you just swallowed a piece, like you just ate pumpkin pie and you swallowed it, and that's the flavor that leaves in your mouth. And there were several out there that did duplicate that flavor.
right.
Some of them kind of smelled like pumpkin, but they didn't really taste like it. And I'm glad I
was
tried
just
those.
getting ready to go that direction and ask you guys about pumpkin beers.
I like them. I'm a fan.
Oh yeah. It's that time of the year coming
Dave,
up.
on the East Coast here, if you can get the Elysian
Night Owl?
just get the Elysian.
Mm-hmm.
The Southern tier, the Warlock and stuff's okay. Elysian makes really great beer. It comes a very long way, all the way from the West Coast. I think it's Washington we get distro over here. That's very rare, but get it. They drop them so early, and by the time October comes around, they're already pushing Christmas beers.
Wow. Yeah.
So
Well,
get
I
it while
got
it's
the
there.
one.
And
It's the
I will give
Elysium
you
Night Owl. I got.
my
tried that
highest recommendation is Lexington Brewing Company.
Yeah,
They
that's the Kentucky.
Their
Yeah.
pumpkin beer.
I got
gave
one
that
in the fridge.
100
right
out
now.
of 100 last year. It was hands down the best pumpkin beer I had. It wasn't too sweet. It wasn't too spice forward. For the ABV, I think it was 10%. It was right on the money.
And you can taste the
Very
bourbon
good
a little bit in it, because they're
It
in
was
bourbon
Nothing
aged
wrong with a
barrels.
splash of bourbon on your pumpkin pie.
No, not at all.
Very good beers, but
Yeah, actually, I got one in there to start in the fall. I found one the other day and I put it in there. But some of these I consider summer beers, like some of these IPAs. I'm trying to get them knocked out before fall starts.
well, building yourself up a repertoire is not bad either. You have videos in the back. That way, let's say something happens, you business trip or you're going on vacation, you can still drop videos
Right.
because they're pre-recorded, which can always be like I said, whatever you're doing.
Yeah,
Live
I don't have a
certified.
set day. I just whenever I'm like, you know what, I'm ready to do a review. Let's do it. It could be on a Monday, a Sunday. It don't matter. I
Yeah.
just do it.
Well, that's how when I started out, my goal was just to do one a week. But then when I got kind of comfortable doing it, I'm like, there's too much downtime. I want to do 2 a week. So I
Right.
did 2 a week, and then I was like, well, let me do 3 a week. My wife's like, you don't want to do 3 a week? It's too much pressure. I'm like, yeah, but it's drinking beer, and I'm in the basement. Nobody's bothering me. I'm doing 3 a week. So I've just been doing 3 a week for a while, and I like it because I film mine. Honestly, I'm all about.
You have a great production, man.
Well, I'm all about trying to make everything look different. So I normally film my 3 videos in one day, but I'll bring down 2 other shirts. So I'll film a video wearing this shirt, then I'll take it off, I'll put a different shirt on. I'll
My
change
wife's
the
like, "What are you
background up
doing?" I'm
so
like,
it looks
"I'm changing
different.
it up."
That's top notch right there. That's
And
how
then
you do it.
I just schedule them to come out on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I just didn't want, like I've been to some beer pages and you pull up, you go to their page and click on videos and it's like you look at their thumbnails and it's like, holy moly, every thumbnail looks exactly the same. It's just the beer is different and the shirt is different, but everything is the same. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted everything to be different, which it's a lot of work trying to change that background up. You see my best friend right here that's kind of
Green screen.
folded up. Sometimes I shoot like in the bar. Sometimes I'll pull that across so I can be in other places. But hey, I need to be where you're at.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah. I couldn't find a green screen for the room that I had. So I bought a camera that blacks out my background. And it works really good when the lighting's right, or it can be janky. You know what I mean?
It does work good because you don't have like the halo-y look around your body. It looks
Yeah,
really good.
I like
it's
that.
not it's not too shabby, but it was an investment.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's a hobby. Like I tell anybody else, I mean, hobbies cost money. If you want to golf, you're not going to go golfing for $5. I mean, it costs a lot of money to golf. And I know guys that golf every week. And I'm like, well, so this is my hobby. And I'm old enough where I don't need to leave the house to go out and have fun. I mean,
I think it's right in your basement, man cave.
I come down to the basement. Everybody else is upstairs. I can just, it's
Go
not like I'm
hang
down
out.
here alone. I'm talking to you guys, I'm not alone. I'm not drinking alone because I'm drinking with you guys.
My miscellaneous brew reviews came about because I had another channel. I used to do like magnet fishing and metal detecting and things like that. That was my hobby, but now I work too much and I don't have a lot of time to invest in that. I have family, 2 kids, wife. I don't have time to do that on my one day off. But my can collection, I had an extensive can collection, and to cut down on that, and I had to get rid of a lot of things, I just started cataloging what I'm doing. Was my justification for my channel. I've been involved with the beer community before I even had this channel. I like it. I like drinking beer.
Oh yeah,
different various things, but I felt like I had to separate the two.
Yeah.
Because the people that watch my other channel, they're not into watching it. They want to watch what that was, and it's tough. My other channel's not dead. I just don't. I'll get back to it one day.
Well, you got to tell me what was your most exciting find magnet fishing? Because I watch a lot of magnet fishing videos.
I got a motorcycle, a crotch rocket.
Nice.
A whole bike.
Recover any guns or anything?
I got a Glock 40 magazine out of a certain neighborhood off of 25th Street.
Gotcha, man.
But I genuinely like doing that, but it's not that I had to shift what I was doing. I just don't have time for that. I'm off in the evenings. I like beer. There's a lot of beer shows going on. And I guess that was the gist of it.
Nice. I just do it for fun. It's fun to me, and I've
That's it.
drank beer for a long time, way
Yeah.
before I was old enough to drink beer. So the statute of limitations has run out now, so we're good.
Actually, you still got one more day left on it, so I'm going to report you the
Okay. Hey, what do they say? I am the law. So
So you're up there by yeah. I'm not gonna say it again, but you get good distro in Cigar City, right? Where
yeah,
you're at. If you ever get a chance to try the Marshall Zhukov's stout, it's a Russian Imperial stout from
mhm.
Cigar City. That's a really good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna start getting into the fall
Dark
and the
and
winter
heavy.
stuff. Yeah, like what I consider like Brian drinking during the fall and the winter. You know, it's just something about the dark beer that it's like enjoyable during the winter. You know what I mean? It's not like it's gonna warm you up, but it's I don't know. It's just weird how
I got
or
a
like
CBS.
during March for
CBS is
St.
coming out
Patty's
with a new
Day.
beer.
Drinking a stout or like a
I
Guinness.
got a Cigar City Fancy Papers in my fridge that I got to do before it gets too late.
Well, I sent Matt and
That's a
Trev
good
the
beer.
highlight one.
I like the Fancy Papers. It's good.
It's not too heavy. It's like in the in between. It's like the 6%er.
Yeah, the only Cigar City beer that I've had that I absolutely hated, and Dave knows this. This is
Oh,
the
I hated that
because
one too.
I love the High Lie.
Yeah, that's
High
the
Lie
one.
was
Oh, the
first
low
IPA
lie?
that I loved,
Oh, the
but
low one.
the
Oh
Low
my
Lie.
They're
god.
light
Oh my
beer.
god! No, it's called High Low, isn't it? It's
High
called High
low or
Low.
something.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, Low
High
Lie, High
lie
Low.
low or
Their
high
diet
low or
version.
What's
That
there,
is an
what's there to love
absolutely
about light
horrific beer.
well, I sent Matt and Trevor the high one, the high lie, and I
I
sent
like
them
that
the
one. I tell you what, the diet version really
oh
sucks.
yeah, and then I sent them the big nose that I did like the second video. I think it was the one I did from Gainesville. They have a brewing company, and I had another Wibby Jibby that I sent them, and then they couldn't get their hands on the Dewclaw, the dirty little freak. That was my fave. Not even the taste; it was just the name. I love Dirty Little Freak, man. And some of my
Great distribution.
some of my subscribers were like, "Dude, your dry humor was so funny in that video." Because I'm like, I like this beer already.
I would buy that just for the name.
It just clicked in my head. Like, oh, I like this beer already just because of the name. So
Their pastry series that they've had some winners in there. Dewclaw is one of those ones where it's like, they say it tastes like this, and does it really taste like that?
I just
And
bought me a
I don't-
Dewclaw beer tonight.
Dewclaw is one of the ones I've kept rolling the dice on.
right.
Here
Well, that
and
was the
there.
very first one I had was the Dirty Little Freak, and it was actually pretty decent.
I heard that's actually a really good beer right there, Brian. I was actually just going to bring that up. Their
My
banana
wife-
bread Heffy.
My wife picked that up for me, and I said, well, I'll try it because I liked the. I had their what was it called? Their candy, the Christmas beer last year. It was the candy cane
stout.
Yeah, I liked that. That was a good beer, and I like banana bread pudding. And she's like, well, here, get this one, and I'm like, okay. So
That's for 6.2. That's a big ass Hefeweizen.
Dude, that very
Hefeweizens are
first
usually
one
in
I
like
did
the-
is called Banana Bread. Man, that thing was pretty decent too.
Yeah, that's from,
Hefeweizens are usually like they don't even hit 5%.
yeah,
like
Dave,
a
you're talking about
style
the
of-
Eagle. I think it's called Eagle Brewing over in England that did that banana bread.
Yeah, from the
You
UK.
did. I absolutely loved that beer.
That one was like, oh
They make
man, it's like
they make the sticky toffee pudding over there.
Yeah.
A lot of those kind of beers, and we don't get that over here. I'm intrigued by the
Yeah, I got a
foreign and different. You know what I mean?
I got a buddy that's over in England with his job. He transferred over there for 3 years. So he just messaged me this week and said, I'm going to send you some stuff that I know you can't get over there.
oh
So
man, that would be nice.
he's got it coming. I'm waiting for the package to arrive.
Nice.
Cool. That's a tough one. I got some friends in the UK, but customs are a motherfucker. It can be expensive. You can spend a package and it don't get there.
Yeah. Well, he's working on a military base over there, so when he mails stuff, it doesn't go like the standard route. It's gonna fly over here on a military plane, and
my wife, she was like, when I sent that to Legit Brew Reviews, I sent 2 bottles, and I did what you said, miscellaneous, put them in Ziploc bags and pack them up, just because I was a little leery about sending a bottle. And
bottles are fine in the mail. You just gotta pack them right.
Yeah, and he's like, dude, I did them in the box that the beer drop came in because they were designed for 2 cans, so I could put a bottle in there perfect, and just put them in the bags just in case. And he said, man, they came great, man. No nothing. So
there's a couple things in the U.S. I heard of. Like I got some buddies in Colorado, and they say altitude. The altitude can play some shit on the carbonation, and sometimes they'll pop their tops. I know a lot of guys out of that state, they sent homebrew and they use like a Grolsch bottle tops. Those
swing tops.
Yeah, and they have a lot of luck with that, but I don't know. I've never sent homebrew in the mail.
Got another viewer on there.
Yeah, I think they're shy.
Yeah, nobody wants to comment.
Well, I've been telling them to comment on the page. They're commenting on my phone over here. I'm just looking so forward, Dave, to when I get off of here that I got to go in there and film this review for the beer.
It's 11:12 too, man.
I'm gonna do it before I got to brush my teeth tonight and go to bed because I gotta have something to get the taste out of my mouth from that.
I'm gonna have to sneak in the bedroom and not wake up my wife because she was out probably 2.5 hours ago. She almost got me trained that way during the week, man. I hit that bed, I'm out.
You gotta love what you do. Don't let beer reviews become a job.
Oh no!
You go do it because you want to do it, and if you're forcing it, you probably shouldn't do it.
No, I love it.
I've had those days. Like I've literally sat up and had my video recorded. I'm like halfway through it. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not even gonna post this. I'm not feeling it.
No, I'm having fun doing it.
I like the fact that I bought a 15-pack of this horrible beer that I've whittled myself through, but now I'm going to go review it. I know going into it, it's going to be bad, but based on the name of the beer, I have to film it a certain way. And I haven't filmed a video that way before. So this is going to be a new thing. And it's okay because if you're a beer reviewer and you like every beer that you taste, well, then you're going to try something you don't like. And it's okay because I've got a few beers that I've tried that I don't like. I don't score like, out of 0 to 10 or 0 to 5. I just say, would I buy it or would I not buy it again? Because
recommend it to friends.
I like talking to people who don't know about beer because, some people know exactly what a Citra hop tastes like and smells like, but most people don't.
Yeah, I mean,
some people, mosaic hops. I mean, if you went to the course and you had all the bowls of them there and you're like sniffing these different hops. But if you're just a general dude who drinks beer, especially if you drink Miller Lite and you have for 35 years, you're not going to know what an Idaho 7 hop smells like, tastes like, or anything like that. You're not going to know. So
when I first saw a hop, I thought it was weed at first when I first took a glance at it.
I just want to talk in basic terms, like,
same genome family.
Yeah.
As long as it's legal, that's all I care about.
I will say this though, like what you just said, Brian. Beer Man, once he's done we're doing the mixer things now on Wednesdays. It'll go back to Hop Happy Wednesdays, and that's a really cool show. You pick a beer, it's got multiple hops in it. You can we research what the hops are supposed to put off flavor wise, and we see if we get that in the beer. It's
Okay.
like a sensory panel, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
does this beer really taste like what they're saying it tastes like, or does it's beer nerds, man? It's the wormhole is so deep.
It's like the one Sierra that I did. I haven't posted it yet. It said a hint of caramel sweetness. I couldn't taste a hint of sweetness in that beer at all. You know what I mean? So I don't know how they can.
Sierra Nevada is more of a Westie. That's probably
Yeah, but I'm going off what the bottle said. You know, like it had this hop and that hop and a hint of caramel sweetness. I didn't smell or taste any caramel sweetness. Not even a hint. So I don't know.
be weary of Untapped and Beer Advocate. They're
Yeah.
very snarky people.
Yeah, that's why I don't even use them, because I mean a lot of reviewers go to that, and I'm like, I'm not here to look at
Beer
other
Advocate is
opinions. I'm here to give my
Wikipedia for
opinion.
beer. Any old Joe Schmo can get on there and say whatever.
I
they
just
want.
read off the bottle what was on the bottle, and I always put what they say, but it is what it is. I try to
Yeah, but
taste it if
sometimes
I can.
if you read the bottle, then it prejudices your mind, and then
Yeah,
when you taste it, like I did
maybe I should taste it and then read off the bottle.
what was it called? It was called Campfire Amplifier.
Yeah,
And it was basically
by
supposed
Dogfish Head. It was
and it was supposed to be
s'mores
like a s'more in a glass.
stout.
And when I tasted it, I'm like, I'm not getting s'more ingredients. I don't get any graham
Right.
cracker. I got a little chocolate. Had I not read the label and found out that it was supposed to taste like a s'more, I would have thought, okay, this is just a chocolate flavored, beer. But the fact that it was supposed to be a s'more, I didn't get any marshmallow. I didn't get any graham cracker. I just got chocolate. So I was disappointed with it. And then I saw some other reviewers that reviewed it and said, oh, I'm getting graham cracker and marshmallow and chocolate. And I'm like, I got a bad bottle.
I totally agree with you, man.
Yeah, I mean, I try to taste what they say, but sometimes I can't.
Dogfish,
And
I don't know. They're real in bed.
Speaking of Dogfish Head, can you guys get the 120 down there?
Yes.
I got to get that when I'm down there this fall, then, because it's
It
illegal to sell it in Georgia. We can't buy.
Yeah. You guys can't get anything over 14%.
Yeah, it's.
what is it called?
It's the 120 IPA.
There's a bunch of them down here.
I've heard of Dogfish, but I don't know if I've heard of that
Extra,
particular.
Fruitful Fort. It's $40 a 4-pack, but they're 15% plus.
Wow.
They actually
I'll
don't
drink
say
one,
the
I'm
ABV.
good.
They say it's between 15 and 20% ABV.
Wow. And that one's illegal to sell in Georgia?
Well, because Georgia's got stupid laws.
Alabama, they have those liquor laws where you can't get anything over 14%.
Yeah, you can go buy like tequila or vodka that's way higher percentage alcohol, but because it's a beer, it can't be over.
That makes no sense because you can drink that whole bottle and die. You know what I mean? So you can drink that whole can of beer and you're not.
I reviewed I think I reviewed the 60-minute. I bought a 90-minute, but I sent it to Beer for Breakfast, Facts for Snacks up in Canada. So he reviewed, I think, the 90-minute one.
Mm-hmm.
But the 120 is like the forbidden fruit here in Georgia because I can't get it here.
I'll look around this weekend and see if I can find it over here. I mean, it's like I said, it's kind of hard.
I can source it. It's expensive.
Well, I imagine it is going to be expensive because it's really high alcohol, and you're not going to. Yeah. You're not gonna. I mean, if I don't know if they sell it in a 4-pack or what, but even if they did,
it comes in a 4-pack. I'll drop my email in the private chat, and if you're interested, Dave might be able to pick it up for you. But I'll split one with you.
Okay.
I'll split a 4-pack with you, 2020.
All right.
Yeah, I'll look around and see if they have it over here. I mean, I've seen the brand. I just hadn't seen that particular one.
Sometimes I couldn't even tell you what the label, but you've seen the Dogfish Head. They got their 30-minute IPA.
Yeah,
and they got their 60-minute IPA.
Like I said, they
The 120 is just it's higher alcohol and it's
I can get newer 120. Anything that you see from Dogfish that has a yellow cap on it, that's their high ABV stuff. Like they make Raisin D'Extra, the Worldwide Stout, the Fruitful Fort, and those are all
That's a tongue twister, by the way.
15% plus beers. Some of them are 18%. Some go up to 20%.
Wow, I haven't had one past 10 yet that I've tried. I'm not, I haven't bought one.
That 120, it's like borderline. They push it. It's an IPA. It's a triple IPA, which isn't an actual beer style. BJCP only recognizes double IPA by brewing style. But I mean, that 120, depending on when you get it and if it's sat, it's more like a barley wine. It's not real hop forward. It's not real IPA. It's malty, big, hefty.
Gotcha.
That's one thing I got to do is I got to start reviewing more barley wines because I haven't done any on my channel yet. So I gotta.
They're big ones, big beers, but barley's and everything. Barrel aged IPAs is a good one. Hard to find.
Yeah,
that's kind of like what the 120 is. You get an IPA, you let it set, the hops die out, malts come forward. They're good though.
Yeah, I just saw a weird beer style. I don't remember if it was an IPA or what, but it says it was aged in like bourbon and wine barrels. I had one beer that was from who makes Pliny the Elder? That's Russian River Brewing. I did a beer of theirs that was aged in like Pinot Noir barrels.
Yep.
Which was a little odd. I don't like wine. I mean, you could definitely taste it in that beer. You could taste it.
I have never even heard of that with the wine. Wow.
They make them in like sherry casks.
Right.
They do use some Madeira wine casks. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Rum barrels, rye barrels, bourbon barrels.
Have you had any of the Russian Rivers?
I haven't. That's not. I just don't get distro. I would be gladly.
Russian Rivers are like only available in 4 states.
For Pliny the Elder.
Yeah, buy those in 4 states, and it's weird because 3 of them are on the West Coast, and then like Pennsylvania. It's weird, but luckily my nephew lives in California, so he was able to get it. So I haven't had Pliny the Elder. I've had Pliny the Younger, and I had Blind Pig, which is nice. And then I had another one.
McKellar's a big one out there in California. Because I think
Blind
they have a U.S. based McKellar.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Of course, I like to pour my beers out of the can or out of the bottle, but I gotta say this though: these Russian River, whatever you call that, the lip of the bottle, it's very big, and it feels good on you. I mean, I wouldn't drink it out of the bottle because that's a waste. But if you do put it up there, it feels good on your mouth because it's just like this one here. You see how big this is? It's like. And they all had corks.
That had a cork in it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was called supplication. I have no idea what that tool is there. Looks like some kind of farming tool.
Excuse me.
I don't know. This was aged in Pinot Noir barrels with cherries.
Oh, wow.
And it was aged 9 to 15 months. So it definitely had a
my buddy,
interesting flavor.
The beer man, sent me one. It was an Imperial Pilsner in some kind of I think it was Madeira.
An Imperial Pilsner. Wow.
An Imperial yeah. Like the shit you never hear of. It is
No.
weird style. It was good, but it was on like a white grape cask. The flavors came through. I don't know. Beer is it's so diverse.
It's amazing what you can make into a beer, or what you can put in a beer. It's just growing up, I never even heard of craft beers. Excuse me. Until I got older, and I'm like, man, I got to try this.
I don't know when craft beers actually became a thing, because
I don't either.
I don't ever remember seeing
think
them when we were.
Sierra Nevada came out in the 80s.
Yeah, I was going to say they came out in the 80s, so they've been doing it for like 40 years. But you just never heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
Heard of
Yeah,
Busch Light, though, growing up.
It wasn't like a mainstream thing. Like now it is. I mean,
yeah, it's like killing it, man. And my wife had a heart attack when I sent that package to them, and because it was like $30 for like 3 canned beers and 2 bottles and
it's an
USPS was
experience,
cheaper.
though. She just doesn't understand. Do you know how much joy you get when you get a box in the mail and you open it up and there's beer inside?
Dude, you should have saw me when
Christmas morning joy.
I had it in my lap, and I was like, oh my gosh. It's like opening it up, and that was actually they sent me some pretty good. I changed one of them up to a sour, so the next time I skipped a month. So whenever I do another month, I'm gonna hopefully they'll send me a sour, because I've never had one. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's not the leg lamp, but
No.
it is a leg. It's a leg beer glass.
There you go.
I'm gonna have to use this.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, guys. Cheers,
right,
Dave. I've been watching your stuff. Cheers, Brian.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I've been watching you too.
Thanks
for popping
come
on.
hang out and shoot the shit.
Heck yeah, man. Anytime.
We'll see
Peace,
you next time.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah, Dave, I think I'm gonna have to
I just realized what time it is.
Get this thing done and over with.
Yeah,
I'm dreading it.
Yeah, you're dreading it. That's why you stayed
I
on
gotta
so
take
long.
advantage of it, though, because the kids are all asleep. I think everybody's asleep, so I can come down and film this down here and not be bothered. So
nice. 10-4,
I just gotta do all this moving the camera by myself, because I thought I had somebody scheduled to come over and film it with me, but they're not here, so I gotta do it.
Dude, if I was close by, I'd come over and help you out.
You might start helping me, and then you'd immediately run out when you see how I'm going to film this.
As long as it's nothing where we're naked.
Nudity. There's going to be nudity involved, yeah. I don't know how to edit out nudity, so it's just going to get loaded
up. Great. Okay, well, I'll blur that part out.
I'll try to, but I don't know how to do that exactly, but I'll try my best.
Gotcha, man.
If not, I'll just throw it over my shoulder, and whatever happens, happens.
Well, thanks for your help in the text messages. I know I'm probably aggravating you, but
that's okay.
Thanks for the help, man. And I can't wait for you to come down in the fall, and we'll hit them 2 breweries up.
Yeah, I just
we're going to this time.
Whenever my kids are off for that first week there in the fall, I don't know when that is yet. I'll figure it out soon, and that's when we're going to come down. So
yeah, we're off the week of Thanksgiving, that whole week. So I don't know how y'all's is. Yeah, I think your school started a week before ours did.
Yeah, that's probably when it's going to be too, but I'm not real sure.
But I'm off on the weekend, so I mean I'm always off Saturday and Sunday.
Must be nice. I always work on Sunday and occasionally on Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I used to every other weekend. I'd work 12-hour shifts Monday through, like 1 week I'd work Wednesday. That's the neat thing about being on that particular shift. You work, your short week is Wednesday and Thursday. So you could take them 2 days off and have the whole week off. And all you did was take 2 days off.
Nice.
Yeah, so. All right, my brother. We had 4 viewers total on here at one time. So, and I got from Richard Gonzalez. He said, "Hey guys," and I say, "What's up?" So, and Logan. So, And that plane fixer guy, you know.
Yeah, that guy's a little bit of a jerk, but you know, when he comes on, I'm friendly to him and everything else. But
Gotcha.
and
All
see,
right.
this was unplanned. It was late at night. It was unplanned. So the
Yeah.
next one, you just you can actually schedule to do a live. You can do it and then schedule it to come out at a certain time. And then what happens is your subscribers will be notified
Right.
that you're going live. It'll show on the thumbnail. It'll like a countdown timer thing for them.
And you
So
still use the StreamYard? You can still use that when you do the live thing on
yeah,
YouTube? Okay.
like I say, all you want to do though is you want to make sure, because when you were setting it up, it asked you, did you want to broadcast to either Facebook or
I hit
YouTube?
YouTube. It had a bunch of them, and I hit YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I think you can only do one on the free version.
Yeah.
If you have the paid version, you can broadcast all of them. But I always do it to YouTube. And then if anybody goes who's on YouTube, logs into YouTube and
See it live.
It shows their subscriber things. There's like a red little square by your name, and it says
live. Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's how people can, find you.
And this StreamYard you can use for free every time you do the one-time
I use
deal.
it for free.
Okay.
So like if you have the paid version, I think you can have up to 10 people on screen at one time. And in the free version, you can have, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's 5 or something.
Okay.
Because you're running the stream. So yours probably shows you down at the bottom. It shows you the different configurations. Like right now, our videos are side by side, but you can have them like on top and bottom, or you can have like yours big and have other people over here. There's different ways.
Yeah, just switch it to me big and you little.
Yeah, so there's different ways
side
to
by
do
side.
And there's like a way, and I haven't figured out how to do this yet, but I'm looking at my screen. Like it says share screen, so basically I can go to a matter of fact, while we're on and it's just us, let me just try that. So it's going to say share screen. I don't really have a screen up to share, so it says share screen. What is this? I don't know what I'm doing. See, did it do anything? No,
not on my end.
Like I've been on some streams where like guys will like turn their camera off and pull up what their computer screen, like they'll go to a website or something and they can show everybody who's in there watching. That's what pops up on the screen.
Right.
And it says share. I just I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
My son could probably figure that out. He's all that computer wizard stuff.
Yeah, I'm totally not there. So
no,
it sucks. It sucks when you're trying to learn it when things are going on and then something goes wrong and you don't know how to fix it.
I'm happy to do this right here.
So that's why I'm just letting you know, because I know I did a live stream and we had like this echo problem, and it's hard when you're trying to talk. And then 5 seconds after you start talking, you hear your own voice talking back, and it's a 5 minute or 5 second lag. But what I discovered was, because normally you have YouTube open, and then like you go to StreamYard. Well, your YouTube page stays up, but another page opens up with StreamYard. So what's happening is you're broadcasting on StreamYard, and it's broadcasting to YouTube.
And so you got that
somewhere
YouTube.
In there's like a little 5 second delay. And if you have both those pages open, you'll constantly hear yourself, and it makes it, you lose track of thought when you're talking and you hear your own voice talking from 5 seconds ago. So all you have to remember is when you're on StreamYard, go ahead and X out of your YouTube page. And then if
mine does, it goes to Safari, which is the web thing. And it automatically just takes me off YouTube and throws me when I get on yours.
Okay.
It takes me to that. So
I know he was only on brief. Remember when Beer for Breakfast, Fast for Snacks came on? We were fine when it was just you and me. And when he popped on, there was that echo going on. And I had to tell him, I had to say, exit out of your YouTube and just have
the stream up.
Yeah. And then he did. He actually hit the wrong button, and then he messaged me and he said, "Actually, I have to work tomorrow, so I'm not going to try to figure it out. I'll just do it next time." So
catch him next time.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day I'll get me a laptop. Anna's actually wanting to get a laptop where we can share because she wants one. So, she's got her she cave next door. she wants to get one of those Cricut machines and a computer where she can. Because I'm trying to get a friend of hers that has a Cricut machine. You can use like the vinyl, and she can make shirts. Like she can cut the vinyl out and you can iron it on a shirt. And I'm trying to get something with
okay.
Dave's TV or something on it. So
There you go.
I looked at t-shirt shops and they're like wanting way too much because I wanted to do on the front have like the square, the whole thing where it's got the silhouette of the guy looking at the TVs, and then it says Dave TV underneath, and on the back it says "Welcome to my man cave." But
There
they
you
wanted
go.
like $30 a shirt, and I'm
Well,
like,
check out this
crazy.
site. I ordered my shirts off of and I know it sounds crazy from the website, but it's called customizedgirl.com.
Customizedgirl.com.
Customized girl. But when you go to the website, it's not like a female. I don't know why they call it customized girl, because they do like,
Maybe a girl owns it.
Yeah, they
Who
do,
knows?
shirts and whatever. So I ordered my first batch, like the shirt I gave you. That was my
Mhm.
first batch of shirts I bought, and it was around Christmas time. They had like a deal. I don't remember what I paid, but I told my wife, I said, it's an investment in my channel, and anybody who comes and does a guest review on my channel, I want to give them a shirt as just, like a thank you or whatever, because I'm not paying anybody for doing this. So I don't remember how many shirts I ordered, but like I gave them all away, and I said, well, I need to get some more shirts. So I came up with a next generation shirt that on the back, basically the graphic was the same. I just your shirt's gray.
Right.
The second generations were blue, and on the back it says on-screen talent, just because the only people that could get those are people who actually came on my channel and were actually on screen. So that's why I threw on-screen talent on the back. I got a few more of those so once I give those away, I'll have to order some more. But yeah, I use Customized Girl. I didn't think it was bad. There's compared to other sites that I looked at where they want like a fortune per shirt, unless you're ordering like 100 shirts. And I didn't want to order 100. I just wanted like, send me 10. And when I give those away, I'll order, 10 more. But I think they're down in Florida somewhere.
Huh.
I think that's where it came out of.
It's called customgirls.com.
Customizedgirl.com.
Customizedgirl.com. I'll Google it and try it out. I was just trying to, with the pictures that I got, put it on there, and then I could put on the back of the shirt, like letter, you could put like text, like welcome to the man cave. And I had it like in a cool looking design. And they was like, I tried a bunch of them, like different ones that came up on Google. And they was wanting like $35 for the whole shirt. And I'm like,
yeah, that's way too much.
I mean, I'm not paying $35. I mean, I get it. They're putting all the vinyl on it or whatever they use. But
yeah, I don't know how my shirts were printed, but like, it's a picture of me. It's my channel icon. Before I changed it to the cartoon, it was the actual physical picture of me in the middle, and it just says, Hardport Pub, always open, always hard, and it had two little cartoon beer mugs, kind of like here inside the circle, and that was it. So I mean, I could design it all right there on their website. And as for the picture of me, it just says upload your image here. So I just uploaded it.
And that's what they had on there, but it was like, they were wanting a bunch of money for it. So
yeah. Well, I'm tight. Trust me. I don't like spending money. So
yeah, me neither. My wife doesn't either.
Customized Girl was a good deal. So I've ordered from them twice. So
okay, I'll check them out. Because Anna was going to have her friend just try to, send her the picture and try to cut the vinyl out. It's like an iron-on vinyl, and you iron it on the shirt. So she was going to try to, like, we would provide her with a shirt, but that's what she wants to do. So
yeah,
I just wanted to come up with one just to see what it looked like and maybe buy a few and send them out. Because, man, people get, like, beer for breakfast. He got all excited when he got your shirt. So, and I did too. I was like,
well, and then, he had, I think he had two different versions of his shirt. Before.
Yeah, I saw he made some.
He had a buddy, like he sent me the latest incarnation where it's got his picture on it. It's a beer for breakfast, facts for snacks. On the back, it says try something different.
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I've looked at all the beer reviewers that I watch that have shirts, and I think that is the best looking shirt out of them all. I mean, that's a great shirt.
Well, I'm trying to come up with a good one, so to just blow everybody away. But I'm using what the video you sent me. I took a still of it, like screenshot it, and with the Dave's TV on there and the silhouette of the guy and the TV's in the background. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get it done on. It depends on what color. I mean, how dark it is.
Yeah.
I'll put it on and then on a white T-shirt because it'll look good on a white T-shirt.
Yeah.
And on the back, use red lettering. Welcome to my man cave with an exclamation point. So I'm just tinkering.
Well, so I knowing obviously you're a Gator fan, the Dave's TV font that I think I used blue letters with orange outline, or else they're orange letters with a blue outline or something. I tried to do the Gator colors on
it actually looks more like a red, and that's what, like, if you look at it on the screen, it looks kind of like a red.
I guess I must have gotten it a little off then. I might have been.
It's all good, but I mean, it looks good that way. I like it like that. It was a good mistake. I like it like that.
So
you're
ready to tweak it or try something new, just let me know. Like I say, I already bought some software that I can do the different video for the beginning.
And you heard what Matt did. He vamped it up a little more and put some FX stuff in there. Like when the name comes out, you hear boom, like a boom noise if you have your headphones on or good speakers. And he's like, hey, check these 3 out. He's like helping me out. And I'm like, you the man. He sent me some more icons to try, like with the Dave's TV in a TV set looking thing. But it's a little light looking. It's not as bright. So I just kept it the way I had it. I just took a picture of it and shrunk it down. I had a thumbnail app that I used that made it a thumbnail. So, all right, dude, I'm gonna let you get to your video, and looking forward to seeing that one.
All righty.
And I can't wait for Monday
morning, 9 a.m.
I will be at my desk waiting.
So when it comes on, you can say, "Hold on, kids, I gotta watch." It's only 2 minutes and 48 seconds, so just hold on and just watch.
It's the best 2 minutes and 48 seconds ever. It's all right, Brian. I will talk at you later, man.
All right,
brother.
See you later.
See you. All right, man. We are done. For whoever came on, looks like Richard Gonzalez. I appreciate you coming on there. And Logan, appreciate it, bud. I don't know who some of the other ones were because you didn't comment, but thanks for coming. And until the next time, this was kind of like a test. I appreciate everyone getting on. Have a good night. Cheers.